Say it again, Coach.
Where'd you see their record?
Here, get out of there. I got this on the boys.
No, I went back to the girls.
Oh, did you go back to the girls?
I'm just trying to can't see the record.
The record, it was on the, you got to go back here. I had to go back to the, I can tell you it's 1 and 5. They're 2 and 15, 1 and 2 in the conference, 2 and 15 overall. We are 1 and 5 in the conference, 5 and 10 overall.
Okay.
That help you?
Yeah. Only shooting 20% from the field. 20% free throw percentage. Where's their free throw
Percentage 45%.
Okay. Avery and Annika and Caden.
That's the mute. That's the mute button, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I never used it. I would just actually just turn it down.
Turn down everything there.
Okay.
It's like,
Right. Like right now, I can hear that we're live. Now we're not.
Now I can't hear you.
Now we are.
Now I can hear you.
yeah, there's your mute button.
Yep.
It's muted right now.
Yep. Perfect.
So when I can hear you, we're live.
Yep.
If I can't hear you, we're
You're
not
right.
live.
You can hear him at like any point, but this button right here mutes it.
Yeah, you can't hear me right now, but if I,
Hear him right now 'cause it's muted.
you can now.
Right.
See if I.
How
have
do we
you-
know when we're live going out across?
Right. You can tell the difference.
But like you're not speaking yet because you have to mute it.
Okay. So if we're muted, we can say we want to not hear it.
Yes.
Right. Right. You want to text somebody, see if they can hear us when we turn it on here in a minute. Make sure. I don't have anybody text. Let us know where the volume needs to be or what have you. You ready? How you want to start?
I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
We'll just do a couple tests.
Hello, check 1 2. We are doing a live feed.
Mic check, 1 2. 1 2.
To test microphones.
Somebody out in Streamland, let us know.
Get your mic a little closer, maybe.
Someone out in Streamland, let us know. Test, test. Test, test.
I feel like I hear me, but I don't hear you. Coach.
Hear me? Hear me?
Maybe.
Yep, yep, yep.
Think
Test,
so.
test.
Yeah, if anybody out there is listening and you can hear our voices, if you would send us a text or chat to Coach Sears or myself, then let us know that we're
Test.
being heard, please. Thank you.
Not that they want to hear us, Coach.
Right. Yeah, you're in for a treat tonight. A couple of wrestlers doing a basketball game, but
We'll see how that goes. We've
Yeah.
done one or two before.
Yeah.
We'll survive. I don't know if
yes,
our listening audience will survive as well as we will, but
absolutely.
we'll do the best we can.
But yeah, we'll give it a go, like you said, Coach. Try to call a basketball game. Not sure if I'll know the difference between a foul and a 2-point takedown here.
There will be some times we'll say, what do you mean that's a foul, after watching the wrestling meet that we did last Tuesday, that we'll probably disagree on some contact fouls, but we're not the ones in stripes.
That's
so we'll
right,
just
we're
let
not.
it go, and we'll call it as it was called on
We're
the
not.
floor.
So once again, we're here, Sidney. We're here for some varsity girls basketball here, starting in about a couple minutes here. So we got a little time. Coach Sears, would you like to do tonight's starting lineups for us?
Absolutely. Tonight's game that is our featured game. We have the Griswold Tigers coming in at 2-15 on the season, 1-2 in the conference. And today they are going to put 5 starters on the floor. Number 1, Addison Adams. She's a 5'10 sophomore. Abby Gollenhorst is a 5'7 sophomore. McKenna Witchman, 5'5 senior. Riley Harrison, a 5'4 sophomore. And Emma Mundorf, a 5'5 senior. And Coach, the 1 or 2 games we have called, we've seen Griswold a few times, so some of these names stick out.
Yes.
I remember just last year, maybe the year before, watching Witchman and Mundorf both play, and they're still in school and they're seniors, and Witchman leads the team in scoring. So that's a girl that probably played as a freshman, if not definitely as a sophomore, and now she's the leading scorer for the Griswold Tigers. And for your home Sidney Cowgirls, senior loaded team as far as the starting lineup is concerned. Emily Hutt, a 5'2 senior. Avery Dowling, a 5'7 senior. Annika Hayes, a 5'8 senior. The lone non-seniors, Ava Osborne, a 5'6 sophomore, and Caden Payne rounds out the lineup at 5'11 senior. Coach, and the Cowgirls are 5-10 on the season, 1-5 in the conference. Yes,
so fixing to be a good one here. Some names, like you said, that we've heard of in the past, so not necessarily a young team for Griswold. Some veterans back, and obviously we've got a veteran-loaded squad with only 1 sophomore out there. What do you look for? What do you look for tonight? What do you think the Cowgirls will try to achieve here, besides a win?
I know that I think these teams have played twice this season, and the most recent was just last week in the first round or in the pool play of the Corner Conference Tournament. And Sidney came out on top, and that game really got away from Griswold early. Our girls had a great first quarter, and really after the first quarter was just catch-up time. So tonight, this is match 3, so you never know. It's high school sports, so for those of us who've been around high school sports, on any given night, anything can happen. But really looking to see our girls rebound offensively. Talking to the coaches before the game, Coach Smith said, hey, we need to focus on offensive rebounds. We're not getting enough of those done. So, obviously, first and foremost, they want to win the basketball game, but I know they're going to focus on offensive rebounding.
So a little bit of boxing out is what we're looking for then.
Absolutely.
Boxing out and getting up there and getting that rebound. We are getting ready to go starting lineups here live. I don't know if you folks can hear that at home or not, but starting lineup again for the visiting Griswold Tigers.
And that's Addison Adams being introduced. She's the 5'10 sophomore. Abby Gollenhorst is the 5'7 sophomore being introduced. McKenna Witcham, 5'5 senior, aforementioned, leads the Griswold Tigers in scoring. .54 sophomore Riley Harrison, number 25, being introduced. And a 5'5 senior, number 42, Emma Mundorf, rounds out your Griswold Tigers starting lineup. Ryan Lockwood is your head coach of the Tigers. And now your Cowgirls are going to take the floor. Number 2, 5'2 senior Emily Hutt being introduced. Avery Dowling, the 5'7 senior, number 14, makes her way to the court. Passing out T-shirts. We're setting too high for those, Coach.
Hey, well, we're not getting there.
There comes one right now, right over our head. I spoke too soon.
Miss Zabadil actually caught that one. You believe that?
5'8 senior Annika Hayes being introduced. Maybe she'll launch us a T-shirt up here in the cheap seats.
We knew that Miss Zabadil had lungs she could sing, but we didn't know she had hands that could catch.
That's right. 5'6 sophomore Ava Osborne, again the only non-senior starter for the Cowgirls. And Caden Payne, the 5'11 senior, been introduced as the fifth and final starter for the Cowgirls, and she's taken her shirts over, making some fans in the student section. Oh, she threw it to her mom. Probably smarter than throwing it to a student. She knows who's going to fix dinner when they get home. And we'll pause for the they're going to do the national anthem probably before the boys' game, Coach.
That's what it's sounding like. Our floor commentator, Mr. Randy Albright, says, let's play basketball. That's what we're fixing to do, is play some basketball.
Coach, I'm going to let you call the action. I'll be the guy that maybe tries to keep track of some stats and keep people informed at home on maybe the fouls and the free throws and the shooting percentage and things like that. So,
well, we will do our best here to give you the action, and hopefully we don't make too many mistakes on what we call things, because not a basketball guy, but we'll give her a shot here. So, looks like we're getting ready for a tip-off. Caden Payne for the Cowgirls will gain possession for the Cowgirls. Straight to point guard Emily Hutt. Hutt to Osborne. Osborne at the top of the key. Looks inside to Payne. Payne quick and up off the glass. No foul call. Hayes with the rebound. Back to Osborne. Osborne will shoot the three. Off the mark. No good. Back rebounded again by Dowling. Takes it to the outside. Resetting the offense. To Hutt in the corner. Hutt will take the screen. Hutt will take the screen. And draw the foul on their way to the board.
Coach, and we mentioned before the game that the one thing Coach Smith wanted to see was offensive rebounds. I counted at least 2 offensive rebounds in that possession, so she's got to be happy with the start there.
Never mind. And first free throw is good for Caden Payne.
And that foul was on Emma Mundorf. That's her first, the team's first.
Trying to get the camera situation right, and the Cowgirls come with the steal. Hutt with the steal. Forward to Ava Osborne. Back to Payne, who will go to the line again as she's fouled on the way to the basket.
We're going to let the numbers play out, Coach, but that very well could be Mundorf, which would be her second quick one.
That's a big one. I know Mundorf's one of the leading blockers for the team. She leads the team with 15 blocks.
They did. She escaped that when they gave it to number 1. Adams, and that's her first.
So you got Mundorf with 1. And you said Adams with the second one, the second foul there, Coach? Yep. And that bucket's good. That'll put the Cowgirls up 3-0 on 3 Payne free throws. Cowgirls with a press. Tigers will try to work this ball up the court. And we've got a timeout call.
Oh, nope.
Nope. Violation call. 10-second violation call.
Backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation call. So the Cowgirls will take possession. They were not granted. Griswold was not granted the timeout in time.
Coach knew it was coming. He just didn't get it called quite in time.
Not quite quick enough. Osborne will take the ball to the top of the key, into the corner to Hutt. She looks to pop a 3. It's up. It's good. Emily Hutt will put the Cowgirls up 6-0 with a 3-point shot. Looks like they only awarded her 2 on that. She must have had her foot on the line, so only 5-0 is Cowgirls. But Griswold gets the ball past the press, and they'll start their offense from the top of the key. Horst with the shot and the bucket, and it's the first 3-pointer of the night for the Griswold Tigers. The Lady Tigers will trail 5-3 as Ava Osborne dribbles the ball in the key, hands the ball off, and a foul called there. Hand the ball off to Hayes, and Hayes went up for the bucket, and she'll find her way to the free throw line. So this will be Camden's first opportunity at the free throw line tonight.
And that is Richmond's first foul in the evening. Bring the team total to 3.
And Hayes will hit the first one. And her second one is just off the mark. And Payne fights for the rebound, and she's on the line, I do believe. Nope, they're going to call Griswold with the ball in possession on the line.
Another great hustle, and again, it goes back to that offensive rebound. The Cowgirls are really hitting the offensive boards. You can tell that was stressed by Coach Smith and the staff.
Yes, so Hutt will inbound the ball for the Cowgirls. Back to the top of the key to Ava Osborne. Back in quickly to Hayes. Kicked it back out to Hutt. And Hutt on fire again, hits her second shot of the night for a Cowgirls 8-3 lead. Cowgirls back in the press. Griswold will try to push the ball up the court.
It's nice to see Emily Hutt getting on fire to start the game. 53 points on the season.
And they need somebody like that to just kind of get the fuel burning in the fire, it seems like, with the girls from what I followed this year. But another 3-point attempt by the Griswold Tigers off the mark. Gallinghurst horse off that time. She hit her first one. The Cowgirls back down the court quickly. Backside rebound by Payne. No good. Both shots a little hard off the board. Wickman will bring it up the field for Griswold, up the court. And little careless ball control there, and Ava Osborne will end up with a scramble. Back to Hutt in the top of the key. We'll set the offense up. Little handoff pass to Dowling. A screen by Hayes. Back to Hayes. Back to Hutt in the corner for three. And just in and out.
And that was going to be a three. I watched Emily's feet was set.
Man, if that thing goes down, this place comes alive. Cowgirls once again with an 8-3 lead. Griswold with the ball, setting up their offense. Ball to Milliken. Milliken kicks it out to Harrison. Harrison back to Wickman. Wickman with a shot off the mark. Hayes with the rebound, and Hutt will bring the ball up the court for the Cowgirls with an 8-3 lead with 4:47 to go in the first period. Screen at the top of the key, and a nice drive,
really
lane drive.
Good drive.
Yes.
Left-handed also, Coach. Ava Osborne going left.
Ava Osborne with a great shot. Great screen there set by Payne as well. Top of the key. Cowgirls will try their press. And a block shot there by Caden Payne. Back in the corner. And a steal. The aggressive go after the ball by Ava Osborne. Comes up just a little short, but the Cowgirls in the face of every shooter, every pass attempt. So far, some good defense by the Cowgirls. Back out, fake the shot, and put up a jumper. Hurst with a nice play. And Hutt will bring it up the court for the Cowgirls with a 5-point lead. And reach in, and knocked out of bounds by Milliken.
You know, and you kind of felt like Griswold really needed that shot. Gallinghurst pulled up and hit I think was a key basket before this one got away from him early, so that's a big shot by Gallinghurst this early.
Cowgirls will inbound it, Dowling to Hutt. Hutt setting up the offense. Gets a quick little inside pass to Dowling. Dowling dishes a nice pass into Payne, and Payne takes it off the glass for two.
Really nice look from Avery Dowling, who Avery leads the team in scoring, so she's known as a scorer, but that was a tremendous pass.
Cowgirls in the press. Griswold able to get the ball up the court in the corner. And back out, number one will take the shot. Adams with the shot. It's off the mark, and Avery Dowling with the rebound. Nice job keeping herself in play. Hutt will bring it up the court, kicks it out to Hayes. Hayes will kick it back to Ava Osborne, and Ava Osborne with a drive.
Another nice drive by the sophomore, Coach.
Just almost the and one on that, Coach. Yeah. She does a good job driving the lane for sure.
That first one, they were taking away her right hand, and she said, "That's okay, I'll go to my left." That time, she got the lane to her right, and just the foul kept it out, and that is Mundorf's second foul.
And Ava Osborne will knock the first one down as she works her way back to the free throw line. And
subs coming into the game. We got number 11 checking in. That'd be freshman Gabby Jacobs, a 5'5" freshman for the Cowgirls.
And the second one's good for Osborne. She'll put the Cowgirls up 14-5, 3:16 to go, and there'll be a timeout by Griswold. Well, good start for the Cowgirls. Like you said, Emily Hutt kind of come on fire, and then Ava kind of took over. What are you seeing, Coach?
That's nice. I mean, that's really nice to see because, as I mentioned, Avery Dowling leads us in scoring this year with 146 points with Annika Hayes, second on team with 136, and Caden Payne right there with 131. So it's really nice for this team to see girls like Emily Hutt, as you mentioned, and Ava Osborne, who there's been a couple games this year. Ava's led us in scoring.
Yeah, I see.
So she's very capable, but it's nice for the Cowgirls to get that scoring from someone other than the top three, and that's a good sign for the home team. Yeah,
something else I noticed too, I mean, I watched Caden block a shot already. She's got 132 blocks on the year now, counting that one. And then you had Ava almost come up with a steal, and she leads the team in steals with 42. But Cowgirls will stay in the press after the timeout break, and Griswold will try to beat that press. They bring it up the court, And nice little trap there by the Cowgirls, but Griswold will get it across. Adams with the ball in the corner. She'll take a jumper. Nice block again. There's block. Well, I just said it, did I not?
Yep, add another block to
block
Caden
133 for Caden Payne.
That's Josie Milliken inbounding the ball. She's entered the game, a 5'8 freshman for the Tigers, as Mundorf takes a seat with 2 fouls.
And another rebound for Payne, as the shot was off. Dowling will bring the ball up the court. Kicks it out to Ava Osborne. Ava will penetrate, kick it back out to Dowling. Dowling at the top of the key, kicks it over to Gabby Jacobs. Jacobs at the top of the key, kicks it back to Osborne. Osborne will dribble drive, and off the backboard, no good.
Caden Payne pulled down another offensive rebound, Coach, and then
that one's going to get away from the Cowgirls, though, I believe.
Outlet to Ava, and I think Ava thought that ball was out on Griswold. I mean, she gave it a chase, but I think by the looks in her eyes when it was called Griswold ball, kind of shocked her.
I think it kind of surprised her that wasn't. Well, Ava Osborne will check out, and we'll get Macy Graham checked in the game.
Caden Payne takes a seat, and Emily Hutt is also back in the game. So Macy Graham gets her first action of the evening.
So Cowgirls in a zone look there, and rebounded by Annika Hayes. She'll kick it over to Hutt. Hutt will bring the ball up the court for the Cowgirls. Back to Dowling. A 3-point attempt on a screen. No good. Off the mark for Dowling, and Griswold will bring it back up the court. Adams with the ball. She'll kick it over to Wickman. Wickman dribble drive, and will draw the foul. Do believe we're going to get that foul call on Annika Hayes.
Yep, that's who they said it, Coach. Sent it to the table.
So that'll be the Cowgirls' first foul of the night, if I'm right, correct?
That's what I have. We have 4 team fouls on the Tigers and 1 for the Cowgirls.
They'll send Wickman to the line, to the free throw line, and she'll knock down the first one.
Number 15, Madison Rush checks in the game, a 5'5 junior.
Wickman with the second free throw is good, makes the score 14-7 with 2:01 left in the first period. Hutt will bring the ball up the court for the Cowgirls. Hutt will dribble, kick it out to Hayes. Hayes thought about a 3, picked it down, drove. Tries to make something for herself, not there. Kicks it back out to Gabby Jacobs, and the ball bounces off Gabby out of bounds. Possession goes back to Griswold.
That was the right idea by Hayes driving the baseline. She just got awful deep, and Griswold did a good job of cutting her off and kind of trapped her, and she had nowhere to go with the basketball.
Cowgirls with the trap again, try to stop that full court penetration. 14 will shoot, which Wickman will shoot the 3 off the mark, rebounded by Hutt off the scramble. Hutt will dribble, throws to Dowling up court. Dowling will drive the lane, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Milliken, and Adams will bring the ball back up the court for the Tigers. She'll kick it out to Wickman. Wickman has been the shooter for the...
Yeah, she's not afraid to shoot. You can tell that there's obviously she leads the team in scoring, and she's not afraid to put the basketball up.
Absolutely. And the ball goes to 15. Rush, she'll shoot the 3. And kind of a rush, but it was no good.
Yeah, nice defensive rebound by Macy Graham, the 5'7" sophomore.
And the Cowgirls beat down the floor, and Hayes picks up an easy layup. Good hustle by the Cowgirls to get that ball down the court quickly.
That's Annika's first field goal of the evening.
Good vision. Oh, and there's a
big screen.
Yeah, wow. Cannot believe that wasn't called. That looked more like football, but
it did.
But
nice
big
screen by Madison Rush. And a block by Emily Hutt.
Blocked by Emily Hutt. And Dowling will bring the ball up the court. She'll kick it in the corner to Hayes. Hayes back to the freshman. Freshman back to Dowling at the top of the key for the 3, no good. Rebounded. Wickman of Griswold. She'll bring it up the court.
15 seconds left in the first period. Shot clock is off.
Wickman back to 25. 25 will kick it in the corner to Milliken. Milliken back to Adams. Adams back to Milliken. Milliken will shoot the 3 before the buzzer. No good. Rebounded by Dowling, and that will end your first period with the Cowgirls up 16-7. There it was. That was kind of a fast and furious first period.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what we talked about at the timeout break, Coach, as far as the scoring is concerned, the Cowgirls have 16 points after 1, with Emily Hutt scoring 4 of those. Annika Hayes 3. Ava Osborne 4, and Caden Payne 5, so it's pretty balanced.
It is. And the good thing is the fouls are not there. You know, the Cowgirls are definitely not in any foul trouble right now.
No, with only 1 foul after the first period, you can't ask for much more than that in a high school girls basketball game. And Griswold's setting okay, but they've got 4, so a few more and we'll be at the charity stripe.
Sure. Don't know about you, but I'm anxious to see if the Cowgirls maybe try to do more of this feeding the ball up the court even quicker, you know, try to get those transition points a little quicker in the layups like they've been going after here. Just seeing a lot of that sometimes they push and sometimes they just kind of set up the offense and run it. I mean, either way has been successful so far, but just kind of curious to see what coach's offensive scheme will be here.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Obviously, in order for that to happen, we've got to hit the boards. You know, for those fast break points, you've got to get those defensive rebounds and turn and get that ball up the court. So, obviously, the boards are a key.
And Griswold will start with the ball to start the second period. Possession to Griswold. They'll take the ball top of the key. They'll screen. Kick it. Nothing there. Stuck with the ball. Kind of stuck in the mud there with that one. They'll kick it back out to the top of the key to Adams. Adams will dribble to the corner. Kicks it back to Milliken. Milliken will dribble to the side of the screen.
Good job by Dowling.
Excellent defense by the Cowgirls. Knocked out of bounds by the Cowgirls, so Griswold will keep possession.
A good job denying that pass.
Yes. And there's a little inbounds top of the key pass. And
Cowgirls setting in 2-3 zone.
And a shot by Rush from the corner was not there. That was the rebound. There's the push we were talking about earlier, and a little bit
nice
of
pass.
Quick, nice passing by the Cowgirls, and an easy layup bucket right there. By
Osborne, the
Osborne.
beneficiary of
Yes.
a great pass and great look by Dowling, which all started with that transition pass from Caden Payne.
Yes. Cowgirls with the press will get a steal there. Hutt comes up the steal with a pass forward to Ava Osborne. Another layup and foul. It'll be an and one. Cowgirls will go to the line. Ava Osborne with the made layup will go to the free throw line as the Cowgirls lead 20-7 with 7:04 to go in the second period.
We got some subs entering the game, or people back into the game. Witchman and number 14, or Mundorf, both coming back in the game.
So Osborne will hit the free throw. And back in the press is the Cowgirls as they try to stop the Griswold offense from getting to half court. And they break the press and will set up their offense. Wickman will pass the ball to Mundorf. Back to Gollinghorst. She'll shoot. No good. Hutt with the rebound, and here comes a chance for that fast break point. Moves the ball a little bit to Hayes. Short corner. Back to Dowling in the middle of the lane. She'll lose her footing. Get it to Ava Osborne. Kick it back out to Hutt in the corner for three. Money.
Hey, there we go.
It's good. Emily Hutt with another shot from the corner to give the Cowgirls a 24-7 lead. And Griswold will try to get the ball back up the court. Ooh, no travel call. A shot from the top of the key by, another nice answer.
Gollinghorst answers
Nice answer
the
by
Hutt
Gollinghorst.
three with a three-pointer of her own.
Cowgirls will bring it back up the court. Osborne with the ball. Osborne gets it down low in the paint to Payne.
Nice.
Payne will kick it down the corner. Then a shot by Hayes, no good off the mark. Dowling with a nice rebound. She'll keep the Cowgirls' offensive possession with a mad scramble underneath. Back to Hutt in the corner. No shot attempt there as it wasn't there. Back into Payne, and Payne draws. Payne will get a tied
ball.
up possession, jump ball. Possession stays with the Cowgirls, but she come quick. I believe that was Milliken.
It was Milliken. The quick hands for a freshman as Payne was posting up inside, and Milliken came flying from the corner and was able to create the tie-up.
Here's Osborne from the corner. Just short of the three-point line. No good off the mark. Back to Payne with the rebound. Hayes draws the pass in the middle of the court and hits the jumper.
Set up by another offensive rebound. So the keys of the game is the offensive rebounding, and the Cowgirls have not disappointed Coach Ashley Smith.
No, they have not. They've beat the boards pretty good so far. And there's a reach-in call.
Reach-in foul.
I believe we called that one on Emily Hutt, I believe, got that foul.
Yep, Emily picks up her first foul, the team's second.
And that'll give Griswold the ball. Into Mundorf. Mundorf tries to dribble the lane. Another block shot by Caden Payne. Make that block 134 of the season.
I believe that's 3 on the evening, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, sir.
And Payne with another offensive rebound, but just stepped on the line
foot
after
on the
the
line.
rebound.
Good hustle and fight for the ball there, but she just happened to have a foot on the line.
They are attacking the board, so Kane's blocking them on one end and rebounding them on the other, Coach.
Yep. Good defense by the Cowgirls and good hustle. Full court press again, and they break the press pretty quick on that one. Adams just dribble drive, but kicks it back out.
Wichman will shoot it.
Wickman will shoot that one off the mark.
There's a rebound.
Another rebound by Hayes. Ava Osborne back to Hutt at the top of the key. Hutt looks, nothing there. Back to Osborne. Waiting for Payne to post up. Doesn't Payne. Dribble drive, and will be called for the travel. And Griswold will take over possession.
The score being 26-10 with 4:40 left in the first half.
Yeah. Wickman will bring the ball up the court quickly to Mundorf. Mundorf in the corner. Back to Gonghorst. Gonghorst with the ball. Adams with the three. Off the mark. No good. Rebound Mundorf. Back to Adams. Adams will kick it over to Gonghorst. Gonghorst in the corner to Wickman, and that ball's off the mark, and the Cowgirls touch the ball, and it goes out of bounds, so Griswold will keep possession.
Coach Ryan Lockwood had to be happy with that ball movement. Griswold did an outstanding job moving the ball around the perimeter to find that wide open look.
Yes.
Inbound pass stole by Dowling. Dowling brings the ball before herself, waiting for Hutt to cross the center court.
Hutt will dribble drive. Stop, picks up the ball. Back to Osborne at the top of the key. Back to Hutt again. Cowgirls with a 26-10 lead and a travel call on Hutt. And we'll give up possession to the Griswold Tigers. 3:52 to go in the second period.
Now that's two empty possessions in a row, so as much as we're saying the good things are happening with the Cowgirls, I know Coach Smith can't be happy about two empty possessions on turnovers, unforced turnovers, or both travel calls.
Yeah, you don't want that. But Griswold gives us it right back. The basketball gods must have heard you on that one.
Because they said, you know what, comes around, goes around, and
we'll give you back the ball, Cowgirls.
and
So
Graham checks back in the game as Hayes gets a breather with 3:46 left in the second period.
good quality minutes out of Annika. She did some good rebounds and some tough basketball in there. Sometimes it goes unnoticed, but Caden Payne will catch the ball there in the paint and kick it back out to Ava Osborne. Open three and nailed it. It's good. Make it 29-10 lead for the Cowgirls. Full court press again. And Mundorf will get the ball down inside the paint. Another block by Payne. Make it block 135 on the year. Hutt will bring the ball down the court. Back to Osborne. Inside the paint to Hutt. To Payne. Inside to Payne.
Good, strong move.
And she'll draw the foul. On her way to the board, she draws the foul. So Caden will shoot free throws here.
That's number
65?
3 on Addison Adams, if the scoreboard's correct. And the Tigers' 6th, as Caden Payne hits the first. So the next foul on the Tigers send the Cowgirls shooting 1-1 the rest of the first half. As Adams takes a seat for probably the remainder of the first half with 3 fouls.
And Payne's free throws off the
Nice
mark, but
hustle
Dowling
by
with
Dowling.
another offensive rebound right there. Dowling will drive the lane and try to wrap around pass to Payne. Won't be there, but Payne kicks it out to Graham, and Graham's off the mark. And Griswold will take possession with a rebound. Gonghorst to bring it up to Milliken in the middle of the lane. She'll kick it back out. Back to Gonghorst. Gonghorst looking for a shot. Kicks it out to Wickman. Wickman with no shot. Good defense. Top of the key to Harrison. Harrison looking for a place to go with the ball. Kicks it out to Rush. Rush. That's Gonghorst. And a shot attempt. Shot attempt by Rush is off the mark. She kind of had it right at the free throw line in the middle of the lane. No good. Hutt will bring the ball up the court for the Cowgirls.
That almost looked like she was surprised she found herself that wide open, Coach.
Yeah.
She turned and was like ready
Kinda
to pass. Nice pass.
Nice pass. Speaking of nice passes, right there it was Ava Osborne. And the ball will not go in the basket. I think somebody closed the lid.
I think they did because she had 2 point-blank looks, and they were both almost down before they rolled out.
Oh, boy. On drive in the lane, it'll be interesting to see who gets that foul. I believe they're going to call that one on Oh, called it on Caden Payne.
Caden Payne.
Calling Caden Payne. I thought it was going to be Avery Dowling on the foul, but they called it on Payne.
That's only her first and the team's third.
So that will send, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that send Wichman to the line to
Yep,
shoot two.
Absolutely. And she hit her first two. She'll hit her third one that she shot tonight from the free throw line. Making the score 32-11.
Jacobs back in the game, Graham back in the game. So we've got Graham, Dowling, Hayes, Osborne, and Jacobs round out the five on the floor for the Cowgirls.
Glickman with her second free throw attempt, and she's perfect. Nails that one too. To bring the score 30-12. 1:53 to go in the period. And Dowling will bring the ball up the court. And over to Jacobs. Jacobs will dribble drive. Back to Ava. Ava with it in the lane. Nice pass.
Very nice pass by the sophomore.
She's seeing the floor very well. And there's a nice little rebound by Macy Graham. And then she'll.
Another sophomore, Coach.
Yeah, another sophomore. And she goes right back up with the ball and draws the foul. And she'll go to the free throw line. Off the mark with her first one. She'll shoot her second one. And right through the net. It's good. 31-12. Cowgirls lead with 1:40 to go in the period. In the half. Cowgirls again with their, I suppose you call that a full court press. I've been calling it that anyway. And nice little shot by Mundorf to get the Tigers a bucket.
That's Mundorf's first bucket of the evening.
Dowling bring the ball up the court and the screen set, but she stops top of key, fires the three, and money again. Cowgirls are shooting pretty good from the three-point line tonight. They're up 34-14 with 1:11 to go in the half.
That one you had a good feeling was going in because it was one of the few times Dowling could get the pass with the screen set and was able to set her feet. A lot of times she has to work so darn hard to get open. She
really has all year had to work to get anything. But
and if they give her space and she can set her feet, she's pretty deadly.
Dribble drive. Mundorf with the rebound. A block by Hayes. Hayes with the steal, or the block anyway, and she'll feed it back to Dowling. Dowling will bring it up the court. Dowling to Jacobs. Jacobs dribble drive. Another nice look. Cowgirls are seeing the floor well. They got something going on with that penetration dribble drive, and then they kind of get the defenders to collapse, and they kick it out to the opening.
They've really passed the ball well tonight.
Yes.
As Griswold did step in the lane there and deflect that out of bounds, but it remains the Cowgirl ball.
Jacobs will inbound right to Hayes at the free throw line. She'll dribble drive, try to around the corner, but nothing there, so she'll kick it back out in the corner to Jacobs. Jacobs to Dowling. Dowling back to Osborne at the top of the key. Kind of looked at the three, but then decided to dribble drive, takes it herself, and come up with it. But Macy Graham with the half rebound, and out of bounds possession goes to the Griswold Tigers.
17.2 seconds left in the quarter, Coach, and in the first half.
Cowgirls will keep the press as they. Griswold gets it across to Maine. Maine will kick it back to Adams. Adams dribble drive in the lane. A shot off the backboard, good. That's kind of something I think they needed. And Ava Osborne chucks a half-court shot, but no good.
Yeah, that was absolutely needed. And Addison Adams hit that bucket with 7 seconds left, and Griswold really needed that kind of boost going into halftime.
Yes. So a 34-16 score right now. Cowgirls ahead at the half. You can hear the bet band in the background, I'm assuming. So, Coach, do you have leading scorers for the half?
Right now, Ava Osborne has 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 points, Coach. Ava Osborne, the sophomore, leads the Cowgirls with 12, followed by Emily Hutt with 7. Caden Payne has 6 of her own. Annika Hayes has 4. And Avery Dowling, although she leads the team in scoring for the season, only has 3. But not to be dismissed as, I tell you what, we haven't said her name scoring the ball very much this first half, but Avery Dowling has deflected passes. She's rebounded the basketball. Yes. She's driven the lane and dished it out to teammates. A very unselfish basketball player, and although she's not getting the opportunities to put the ball in the hoop, she's making her presence known on the floor. Very, very scrappy for somebody who's not very tall, very big. She's definitely a go-getter down there. So. And for your Griswold Tigers, Gollenhorst has 8 points. Adams 2. Richmond has 4, all 4 coming from the free throw line, and Mundorf with 2. And really nobody for the Cowgirls are in trouble foul-wise.
No.
Hutt with 1, Hayes with 1, and Payne with 1. So we're just fine setting his fouls. Now, on the other end of the floor, Adams, I believe the point guard for the Tigers, is setting with 3 going into the
That's
second
kind
half.
of a
So that
dangerous,
could be an issue.
kind of dangerous if you're the Tigers to have that. My favorite part of the ball game right now is the blocks.
Yes.
Caden Payne's just an animal down there. And Annika Hayes has got 1 too, so I believe there's 5 or 6 blocks down there.
I think I have Caden for 4.
I have Caden down for 4 blocks, yes. Got
That-
4 blocks on the night.
And I know maybe we've mentioned it a lot here, but talking to both Coach Smith and Coach Russell before the game, two things I want to focus on, and it was hitting the boards, offensive and defensive, but especially on offense. And our girls did that. I don't have the numbers, but I know that we lead the rebounding statistics by a very wide margin. And the other thing was hitting your layups. I know we missed a couple in there, but as a whole, I think our girls, when they get inside the paint, in the block, they're doing their job.
Yes, very unselfish play. Good ball movement down there, too, when they're in the paint. So right now, just a little halftime entertainment with the pep band playing in the background. And the girls' 3rd and 4th graders are going to play a little scrimmage basketball this half.
Yeah, so if you want to stick around on the stream, you can probably hear our pep band and enjoy the music of Mrs. Davidale's Sidney High School pep band, and you get to watch the 3rd and 4th grade girls play a little basketball. We'll probably quit talking because it's going to be hard to hear us anyway.
That's right. We'll be back in a few.
I talked to Luke, so I got some pre-game stuff.
Good.
There you have it, man. Sidney Petman's bringing it.
Tremendous as usual, Coach.
Man.
I'm sitting here. I have no musical bone in my body, but my pen's attacking.
Makes me want to go down there and dunk it. That's
Hey,
my mind.
I tell
It's
you
not
what.
my body. My mind's telling me that.
I would love to have you go down and try.
You get down there on
I
all
think
fours and I'll
our
give it a
ratings
shot.
would go through the roof.
I'm guessing you're right. Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
job
they-
by Nicole
they-
Zavadil and the Sidney Petman.
My knees would also go through the roof, but that's beside the point. And we're back. Varsity girls basketball action. Cowgirls lead 34-16 to start the second half. Griswold will give up possession. Cowgirls will gain possession. Nice dribble drive effort by Annika Hayes. She comes up short. Ball gets taken away. Possibly a foul, but no call. And Griswold will get the ball back inside. Nice jumper there. Attempt by Harrison. No good. Cowgirls rebound.
Nice look.
Nice look. Yeah, absolutely.
As
Coach,
Caden Payne
You
lays
were on,
in the
you
first
were on that
second
one,
half.
Coach. It was a good look. Dowling forward. Nice pass there to Payne. Payne puts it off the glass on the layup. Cowgirls are up 36-16.
And again, just another way Avery Dowling makes her presence known.
Yep. Oh, and a nice three-point shot and look. Cowgirls didn't quite get out there on defense, and Galling Horse just hits another nice three right there.
That's
A
her
wide open
third of
three.
the evening.
Cal can shoot from the arch. Hutt to the corner to Hayes. Hayes back to the top to Ava Osborne, who dribble drive, penetration, looks, goes up herself. Clough that tries to use the backboard, no good. Goes for the rebound over the back, but doesn't get the rebound as knocks it out of bounds, and Griswold will take over possession. Cowgirls staying in that press.
Kind of a little token press, not necessarily going for a steal. Just if it's there, they'll take it, but just more than not, just to slow down the Griswold and get our defensive set.
Just a little bit of pressure. Griswold will move. Wickman will drive, dribble, shoot. No good.
Great box out by Dowling, and the ball went over to Hutt. Hutt grabs it.
Forward, Osborne with a drive. She'll go with the left hand and score. Ava Osborne with great ball control and skill to get that ball in there, that layup with the left hand.
Has shown she can go both directions, Coach. She can score with that left or right hand.
Definitely a bonus. Definitely a bonus when you can do that.
Yeah,
She's
if you're going to overplay her strong side, she said, I'll just take it the other way, and she's
quite the ball player
scored
there.
from both sides of the basket tonight.
And it looked like Emily Hutt will draw her second foul, kind of a push with the knee they call, as they were setting up the trap there in the corner.
Team's first, the second half.
Wickman with the ball. I mean, obviously going back to the dribble drive with her. She'll kick it back out and off the Galling Horse off the mark on that one.
Hutt with the defensive rebound. Sorry, Coach.
It's all right. She'll push it forward to Ava Dowling, and Avery Dowling will dribble in the lane, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. But they're going to call it on the floor, as it was not a shot attempt. Cowgirls line up in the stack and inbound the ball. Emily Hutt will inbound. I've seen this before. Yeah, they like to use that height of paint on that and kick it back out to Hutt. Hutt just off the mark. Another rebound by Dowling with the hustle play. Tries to go back up with it. No good. She's kind of in there and never land when you're.
Good job by Annika Hayes stepping in front of that
gal
pass.
there. Hutt will bring the ball up court quickly up to Payne. Payne back out to Ava Osborne wide open for a three, in and out. No good. Milliken with the rebound. She'll kick it over to Gonghorst. Gonghorst will bring the ball up the court. Nice steal by Annika Hayes. She'll dribble down the court to the backboard. No good, off the mark. A good hustle by Ava Osborne to pick up the loose ball. No good, though, as it knocks off her hands, goes out of bounds, and Griswold will take the ball and a timeout.
Well, here in the break in the action, Coach, give me a second just to say what I wanted to say during all that action is all 5 Cowgirl starters have made a major impact in this game, whether it's been on the defensive boards, offensive boards, the assists, the rebounds, the blocks, the scoring. You know, you can obviously see the girls who lead us in points. You can hear those stats come across the stream or see it on the board. But all the hustle plays. And, again, Annika Hayes just stole the ball twice on consecutive trips down the floor. Back to Hutt, to Payne, to Dowling's contributions, to Osborne, who leads the team in scoring right now. It has been a complete team effort.
A lot of team ball, for sure. You know, and it's good to see, too, because I know following the Cowgirls all year, no, they didn't end the corner conference tournament the way they wanted to. You know, these girls have been in the championship, or at least in the top game for a lot of years, for a long time, and to even play in the consolation round and come up short like they did, and the outing that they had against some tough teams in the corner conference. Don't get me wrong, the corner conference girls basketball is loaded this year.
Yeah, it's a good conference.
But I know they've been upset with how things have been going. I know that they're looking for some positives, and I'm seeing all kinds of positives today, just like you mentioned, Coach. So back to basketball action. And Gonghorst will bring the ball up the court, passes it to Milliken. Milliken will go to the corner, kick it over to Mundorf. Mundorf will dribble, nothing down low, kick it back over to Wickman. Wickman will dribble drive, and she'll find herself a shot, but off the rim, no good. Not an easy shot. Cowgirls good defense. Guess who's got the rebound? Avery Dowling. I think we should have been keeping track of Avery's rebounds because she's had a few.
Yeah, I need to talk to our program maker. Might be AD Aaron Lang, right? There's no stats on here that I can keep track of rebounds and blocks and all that stuff we're talking about, and I'm not smart enough to keep it in my head, Coach. So
yeah, well, that's all right. It's a lot to keep track of. And Hutt kicks it over to Osborne. Osborne back to Hutt, back to Payne, back to Osborne. Osborne in the paint, into Payne in the paint, and a shot by Annika Hayes off the mark. Dowling with another rebound. She'll start with, well, she'll dribble and shoot out to the three-point line. Try a three-point attempt, no good. Milliken will get the rebound for Griswold. And Gollinghorst will bring the ball up the court. Back to Milliken. Milliken will try to get into the paint to Mundorf. Does. Hey, Payne tries to go for the steal and kind of just put herself out of position to make that play.
You know, Mundorf did a good job of finning her off and then rotating to the basket for an easy 2 points. That was a good job by Emma Mundorf.
It was Hutt. Oh, another steal attempt by Gollinghorst. Off.
Nice pass.
Dowling to open
nice
for a
pass
three.
For
Osborne. No, rebound Hutt.
Emily Hutt.
Oh, the point guard comes from the top of the key, gets the rebound, puts it off the glass for a layup. Nice basketball.
It was a great pass from Dowling to Payne, then Payne out to Osborne. And then Hutt flying in for the rebound.
Milliken will hand the ball as the Cowboys pester her and come up with a steal from Hayes. Hayes ahead to Osborne. Free layup attempt. Off the glass in the basket. Good. Cowgirls lead 42-21 with 3:14 in the third. Gollinghorst to bring the ball up the court. Milliken in the corner. Milliken trying to force the ball into Mundorf. No good. Payne will get the steal. Into Dowling. Dowling will dribble drive and go for the layup and draw the foul on her way in. And I believe that one will be on 42, Mundorf.
Pretty sure that's going to be on 42. We'll wait until they send it to the board.
15, on 15.
That's why we thought we'd wait until they sent it to the board, because it sure looked like it was going to be on 42. But Madison Rush will pick that foul up. That's her first and the team's second as Dowling hits her first free throw.
Avery's been a good shooter over the years. Man, she's always been somebody that was clutch on the free throw line and at the three-point line, both. And this season's been a mad scramble of her trying to get open to get that three-point shot, like you said earlier.
You become the focal point of the defense. And we got two new Cowgirls checking in the game. We got number 24, Lily Peters, a 5'7" junior, and another freshman, number 12, Cannon Hayes, a 5'2" freshman for the Cowgirls. So we're getting some new face in the game, giving those starters a rest, a breather here, as we lead 43-21.
And that'll come off the foot of a Cowgirl and keep possession to Griswold there. Milliken will inbound. Griswold will inbound to Mundorf. Mundorf in the lane at the free throw line will shoot. Attempt, no good. The freshman Hayes with the rebound.
Yeah, makes her presence known right away. She just came in the basketball game and first possession on defense, pulls down the defensive board.
And draws a foul.
Yep. And that would be on Josie Milliken, her first of the game, team's third of the half.
Hutt will bring the ball up the court, set up the offense to Payne behind the three-point line. Hayes at the top of the arc, kicks it into Peters. Peters off the board, no good. And Wickman will bring it up the court. She wants to dribble, drive, and penetrate, but loses possession off her knee, and the Cowgirls will take over possession. And Sadie Thompson will check into the game. I kind of know that girl.
You think?
I do.
Well, I'll let you talk about it then.
I don't have a lot to
say. Sadie Thompson,
I better not.
A 5'6" senior checking into the game for the Cowgirls.
With 2:05 to go in the third period, the Cowgirls lead 43-21, and Payne with a three-point attempt, a rare three-point attempt, and we have a foul call.
The foul's going to go on Lily Peters. Just reach over the top. Got a little body as she slapped the ball away. That's Peters' first and the team's second. We got another sub coming in, number 25. Riley Harrison checking back in, the 5'4" sophomore.
Milliken will inbound to Wickman. Wickman will bring the ball up the court for the Tigers. The Cowgirls out of their press and back into their zone. It looks like a 2-3 zone. Milliken will dribble the ball out. Kick it over to 13. Herring in, and she will draw the foul off of Peters, her second one. So Lily got herself two quick ones in the game.
That's the team's third, so both teams have three fouls at the 142 point.
Inbounds play to Wickman on the shot, no good. Off the hands of the Griswold Tigers. The Cowgirls will take over possession again. Hayes will inbound to Hutt, and Hutt will bring it up the court for the Cowgirls. Hutt to Thompson. Thompson will dribble. Over to Hayes. Back to Payne at the top of the key. She thought about a three.
She thought about a three.
Kicked it over to Hutt, who also thought about it. Hayes will take the three. Oh, yeah. No. But go ahead, Coach.
No, Hayes said, I'll take that if you're not going to, Caden. And she came up just short, but maybe she came up short because she was fouled on the play. So she goes to the line and tries to pick up three from the stripe.
So she'll shoot three from the free throw line. Hayes on the first one. Bounces off the rim. Hayes on her second attempt of three, as she was fouled behind the three-point line. And that one's in and out.
That was
both of them. Yeah, both of them balls just kind of hit the backside of that.
We got Dowling checking back
yeah.
in, Hutt taking a seat, and a new body into the game. Lauren Inman, a 5'7" junior, is going to come in, and Caden Payne's going to take a rest.
Hayes with the second shot, and it's good. Or third shot, excuse me, and the third one's in. So she'll knock down one of the three, and Cowgirls lead 44-21. 1:13 to go in the third period. Inside the key, nice little, tried to go and pass. Good defense by Thompson with the ball to deny that. And, Wickman will shoot the three.
Yep.
A nice shot by Wickman.
That's Wickman's first points from the field. It's her first field goal after hitting 4 from the free throw line. The Cowgirls push the ball up the floor.
Into Lily Peters in the paint. She's off. Thompson with the rebound, kicks it back out.
Sadie.
And they'll get the ball to Inman, and she'll dribble, drive, and draw the foul.
Good, strong drive by Inman.
Yes.
No hesitation.
She's a dribble driver. I'm telling you, she's pretty good at that. Watch her in more of the JV games, but she's been very consistent with that. She's got that going for her. Cowgirls will kick it out to Dowling. In the corner for shot attempt, but it wasn't there. Hayes tried to get Hayes back in the other corner, the opposite corner, but it didn't work, and Cowgirls will turn it over.
Pass was just a little deep. Camden tried to rail it in, but just couldn't quite get it.
So we're 30 seconds into left in the third period. The Tigers have the ball. They'll shoot a three-point attempt off the mark. Rebounded by Dowling, but they do give a foul call. She was unsuccessful getting a rebound, but she was fouled over the back.
Yep.
And that'll be on Gollinghorst.
Gollinghorst, I believe that is her
third
foul of the evening. It was pretty obvious. That was a pretty easy call. Dowling had great position, and Gollinghorst went over the top. 13 seconds left. Shot clock off.
Thompson from the corner, off the mark a little bit, but fouled.
Foul.
So she'll go to the line. That foul.
And that's the team's seventh. So in the fourth quarter here, as we enter into the fourth quarter, the Cowgirls will be going to line, shooting 1-and-1 for a while.
Foul on Wickman, or Wichman, however you pronounce that.
Wichman, I believe,
Wichman.
Coach. Sadie just a little deep on her first free throw attempt.
And you almost got that one to fall. She kind of shoots like her dad.
Well,
last second
Wichman
three.
hits a shot at the buzzer.
Nice.
And that would put Wichman at double digits for the game. That gives her 10. For the Cowgirls at the end of three, our leading scorer is sophomore Ava Thompson. I have her down for 16. This is all unofficial up here. Emily Hutt's got 9, Caden Payne 8, Annika Hayes 5, and Avery Dowling 4 as it sets going into the fourth quarter.
And the Cowgirls with a comfortable lead, 44-27 in the fourth quarter. Our fourth period starts. Cowgirls playing a few girls, getting everybody some minutes.
Yeah, and you get minutes in a varsity game, which is, the JV games are for learning, but they can learn a lot by being in a varsity contest on a I guess a Tuesday night. Coach, I'm used to saying a Friday night, but it's a Tuesday night for basketball. And I don't want to miss out. Obviously, I named the top scores and the leading scores, but we also have one from Cannon Hayes, one from Macy Graham.
And the Cowgirls will start the fourth period with the starters back in.
Coach Smith thought that was a good time in that third period to, one, as we mentioned, give her young girls, maybe the girls that don't get a lot of playing time, some varsity action. And now it's time to get stars back on the floor.
Hutt will have the ball at the top of the key and kicks it over to Dowling. Dowling to Osborne in the corner. Osborne thought about the three, dribble drive, kick out to Payne. Payne back to Hutt, who thought about the three also. Back to Osborne. Osborne will dribble drive. Inside to Payne the paint. Back out to Hutt, the top of the key. Reset. Hayes for the three. Off the rim. Hutt with the rebound, the long rebound. Hutt kicks it into Dowling. Inside, underneath, off the glass. Good. Avery Dowling with the bucket.
Good look by Emily Hutt to see Avery doing the work underneath. And
girls were patient on that offensive series and found the open shot.
Dowling's first 2-point field goal of the evening.
Wichman almost had that one stole by Osborne, who leads the team in steals. Wichman with the ball, dribble drive, and finds herself inside with a 2-point bucket.
It's taken a little while, Coach, but their leading scorers come to life a little bit. Wichman with quite a few points here in the second half. That gives her 8 in that third period alone.
And she'll have the ball again here in possession for the Griswold Tigers. They'll kick it inside to Rush. Rush with a move. Off the good defense by Hutt, man. She was in her face the whole time, didn't allow her to have room to really shoot a clean shot.
Highly contested by Hutt.
Yes.
With Dowling rushing in for the defensive rebound.
Yeah. Top of the key to Osborne. Osborne looking for somebody. Oh, backdoor little pass to Hutt. Didn't quite work. Foul call. We got a foul call. I thought it was going to be a jump ball, but we got a foul call on Hutt. That's her third of the night, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Coach. His team's fourth.
That's correct. And Griswold will take back over possession again. Horst will bring the ball up the court. Over to Mundorf in the paint. Double teamed, kicks it back outside. And a three-point attempt off the mark by Herring. Dowling with the rebound. Dowling brings the ball up the court, kicks it back out to Osborne. Osborne will dribble drive, penetrate, and shoot the layup. No good. And ball will be, Osborne was looking for the foul, didn't get the call, and it did go off of a Griswold Tiger, so the Cowgirls will go back to offense possessions. They start in a stack formation. Out top of the stack formation, kicked it out to Haining. Haining tries a three-point attempt. She's off the mark. And Griswold will get the rebound. Adams will bring it up the court, kick it over to Witchman. Witchman will dribble drive, kind of loses control of the ball, but kicks it out in the corner to Gollinghorst, and Gollinghorst will
Good defense by Dowling. I believe that was on defense and forced them into a timeout.
Yes, good defense all around by the Cowgirls. So Griswold will take a timeout with 5:28 to go in the game as they trail 46-29 to the Cowgirls. Cowgirls are in the bonus the rest of the game too.
Yeah, they'll be going to the line every foul every defensive foul on the Tigers. The Cowgirls will go to the free throw line and shoot a 1-on-1 for a few more. Then they'll hit the double bonus and be shooting 2.
Sure. Well, I'm kind of interested to see if we get us another block by Caden Payne or not. That's what I'm waiting for. One more for the night. We got to get 5, right?
Get a nice round number like 5. And you know what I'm impressed with is how our girls are looking to score. They're looking to score the basketball. They're driving. They're not timid. They're forcing the action. They're not setting back and being timid. You know, they get the open shot. They take it. And if they get any type of crease at all, they're driving the basketball to the basket.
Very aggressive offensive basketball by our girls. And good defense as well. The girls have crashed the boards and been kind of pesky and right in the face of all the shooters, so there hasn't been many open shots.
It'll be nice if after the game we can get Coach Smith up here, and we'd like to hear her thoughts.
And Witchman comes alive again with another three-point shot. And we're at 46-32 with 5:17 to go in the game. Dowling will bring the ball up the court. Dowling will shoot an open three. There's the answer right there.
That's an answer. So I was getting ready to say, don't look now. Griswold had cut the lead to 14 points with still over 5 minutes left. So.
And there's a three-point attempt from the corner from Griswold. No good, but Wickman with a rebound, and she's come alive for sure. She's got it 49-34. Cowgirls lead with 4:51 to go.
15-point margin for the Cowgirls.
Dowling will fire it up to Haining. Haining will take it down the paint. She'll dribble drive. Nice move. No foul call.
Good job by Hayes.
And Witchman will have the ball driving down the court. She's kind of on fire right now. She's going to keep trying to keep going, but Payne will get the rebound. Dowling will bring the ball back up the court.
Dowling over to Hayes.
Hayes with an open shot. Nope, off the mark. Didn't get it to fall. And we have a foul call, I do believe, on Hayes. Possibly, or was it just an out of bounds?
I think just out of bounds, Coach.
Just out of bounds? Okay.
Yep.
And
with Hayes and Osborne getting a breather as
Peters and Hayes back in the game.
Camden Hayes checks in the game, and Lily Peters checks back in. That would be Annika Hayes taking a seat, and Camden Hayes coming in off the Sidney bench.
Into Mundorf. She'll try to dribble and drive. Payne, there it is. There's block number 5. Caden Payne with the block.
That makes my Roman numerals look better, Coach, over here.
Yes. Nice little dish inside, bounce pass attempt by Inman, but it'll go off the hands of Peters and go out of bounds. Actually, it was off the hands of a Griswold Tiger, so the Cowgirls will remain possession.
So now we got Sadie Thompson checking back in, and Alyssa Melvin checked in. As I failed to mention that, I missed her coming into the game. That was Alyssa that tried to inbound that ball, or to take it underneath. I'm sorry, not inbound it, but.
And Dowling will have the ball top of the key, kick it over to Hayes. Hayes looking inside, not there. Kicks it, tries to get it into Peters. We got a jump ball call.
Good hustle by Lily. Once the ball hit the floor, she followed it right to the floor. And
possession goes back to Griswold. Griswold will sub.
Like
Mundorf will come out.
Number 15, Madison Rush will re-enter.
Cowgirls are going to match up a little bit here, and there's a foul call on Hayes as the dribble drive by Adams. He creates a little contact.
Gave that foul to Camden. It's her first. Cowgirls 5th.
Wickman will check back into the game.
Kaylee Herring will take a seat.
Oh, and they tried to go inside real quick to Adams, but Dowling with the block
Yep.
herself. She says, guess what, Caden Payne, you might be 6 foot tall, and I'm only 5 foot, but I can do it too. So Wickman with a wide open, not a wide open shot, a tested shot. And Thompson will get the foul call for being over the back.
And I believe that's
Her first
I'll say
foul.
that's Sadie's first on the evening, coach, and that's the team 6.
A couple more subs in the game.
As Melvin, Peters, and Dowling
Dowling.
take a seat, we've got Inman back in the game, Graham in the game, Thompson in the game, Jacobs, and Hayes. That'd be Camden Hayes.
A drive by Adams off the glass, no good. With it up, kind of. What do we got here? We got a travel
We got
call.
a travel call.
Travel call. Cowgirls. It looked like Inman was going to get a. To me, it was either a foul or a tie-up, one of the two. But
Yeah,
they
and I
called the
think
travel.
that I'm thinking maybe Coach Ryan Locke would agree with you. In his dismay, that was called a travel, but the referees make that final decision.
So Jacobs will bring the ball up for the Cowgirls. Inman will go with the dribble drive and reach in call on Milliken there. And the Cowgirls will go to the line.
Inman will be shooting 1-1 as the Griswold Tigers picks up their 8th team foul. We got girls coming to the table, checking in for the Tigers. Gollenhorst checks back in along with Riley Harrison. Inman looking to pick up her first points of the evening.
From the free throw line, and she'll knock down her first one. She'll shoot a second one. Cowgirls hit the 50-point mark as they lead 50-34. 3:19 to go in the game. Lauren Inman on the line for her second shot. And she'll hit one of the two and fight for the rebound. Milliken will come up with it for the Griswold Tigers. Ahead to Gonghorst. Gonghorst kicks it over to Milliken. Milliken back to Gonghorst. Gonghorst dribble drive. And she's fouled. And she will go to the line as she was
Lauren Inman picks up her first.
shot foul.
And that is the team 7th, so both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way for the final 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
So that'll put Gollenhorst at the line. She'll shoot her first attempt, and it's off the mark. No good.
Alyssa Melvin and Emily Hutt will check back in the game, and Camden Hayes and Sadie Thompson will sub out. That second free throw short.
Hutt will come up with the rebound. She'll dribble out. Playing with 2 forwards and some guards here. A little guard play. Jacobs. Little bob and weave out to Inman. Inman
Yeah.
back to Hutt.
A lot of ball moving out top.
Yep. They're going to move around here. And dribble drive by Inman, and she'll draw a foul again.
Good job by the Cowgirls moving that basketball around the top of the perimeter, and when Lauren got the opportunity, she drove the lane as
She
we
did.
spoke of earlier.
Gets herself back to the free throw line. Well, she'll shoot again. And in and out.
Sometimes I wonder how that basketball comes back out, Coach. It's
Yep. And
all but down, and it finds its way back out. Sadie Thompson checks back in the game for the Cowgirls.
that one's good for Inman. She'll hit 1 of 2. Cowgirls lead to 51-34. 2:37 to go. Longhorse brings it up the court. Stolen by Inman. And Inman will dribble down the court. She'll be fouled by Gollenhorst.
Gollenhorst says, I don't think I want to give her the free look at a layup, so I'm just going to reach out and grab her, which is not a bad move.
So Inman will go back to the line again.
Smart foul by Gollenhorst. And that will be Griswold's 10th foul, Coach, so the Cowgirls will be shooting 2 from here on out.
So Inman on her first attempt is off the mark, no good. She'll shoot her second one.
Addison Adams checks back in for the Tigers at the 2:31 mark.
Lauren, just a freshman, right? Correct?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Coach. Adams
Lauren's
is
a sophomore. Okay.
Were you asking about Lauren Inman, Coach?
Yeah, Lauren Inman.
Lauren Inman's a junior, Coach.
She's a junior this year.
Yeah,
My bad.
I'm sorry. I thought you were asking about Addison Adams.
No, Lauren Inman she is a junior this year.
Yeah, we didn't want to panic those fans of Lauren Inman at home that thought maybe she was just a sophomore. No, Lauren's a junior.
She is a junior. Okay.
Lily Peters checks back in the game, along with who came back in? Gabby Jacobs.
Gabby Jacobs is back in. Yep.
As Hutt and Inman take a seat.
Jacobs stops dribble. Oh, into Hayes. Thompson will pick it up. Loose ball. Jumper off the board. No good. And Wickman will dribble, drive the lane, and score. Jacobs will bring the ball up the court. Inside to Thompson, and she'll be fouled.
Sadie finds her way at the free throw line. That was Wichman's 20th point, Coach. She had 4 at half.
Wow.
So that's 16 in the second.
She, Griswold Tiger, really come alive the second half and has played pretty good ball. Took some nice shots.
And took a lot of shots early that just couldn't find their way home.
Thompson will shoot her first one of 2 at the line. And in and out on that one.
Both teams are subbing pretty freely this last minute 50.
And a timeout call.
Well, Coach, we're going to try out after the game. If people would like to stick around, we're going to try to get Coach Smith up here. But, you know, it may take to the end of the first quarter of the boys' game.
Sure.
By the time she addresses her team and does her post-game duties. We'll try to get her up here at some point during the boys' game, even if it's halftime of that boys' game, maybe.
You bet.
Between the games, I think it looks like we're going to be entertained again by the Sidney
Pep
High
band.
School pep band.
Yep.
It's going to be tough for us to talk over, so we'll give a quick review. But as we stand right now, Wichman does lead the Tigers with 20 points, and I have Ava Osborne leading the Cowgirls still with 16.
Mm-hmm. And I have Caden Payne with 5 blocks.
I have
still.
her with 5 blocks also.
I wished we'd have been keeping track of Avery Downings's rebounds, because I just about guess she probably led the team in rebounds. Everybody did a good job hitting the glass, but Avery really did a good job.
Yeah. To go along with Caden's 5 blocks, I have her with 8 points. Again, all this is unofficial.
And
coming back on the floor at the 150 point for the Cowgirls will be Lily Peters, Sadie Thompson, Gabby Jacobs, Alyssa Melvin, Camden Hayes. So we've got 3 freshmen, a junior and a senior to finish out this game.
Thompson, the senior at the line, will
just a little short.
And Griswold will take over possession. Goldenhorst will bring the ball up the court. A nice little play, but come up just off the fingertips of Goldenhorst there as they tried to feed it inside to her, kind of a pick and roll, and didn't happen. And now you'll see a Griswold press. They get inside to Jacobs. Jacobs back to Hayes. Hayes will go up the court. Break the press. Good job with the dribble penetration. Back to Inman. Inman back to Jacobs. Jacobs to Peters. Peters will shoot and hit the bucket. Kind of a nice little jumper. And the Cowgirls will get back on defense. Adams with the ball into Mundorf. Mundorf will dribble drive around Peters and to the rim, but no good. Hayes goes for the rebound, comes up short. Mundorf fights for the ball, can't get it. Loses possession. We've got a jump ball as Thompson and Wickman dive after the ball together. And the Tigers will remain possession. Looks like Adams will inbound here. Wickman in the corner with 3, no good. Off the glass, rebounded Mundorf, back to Wickman. Wickman with another 3, no good. Rebounded by Inman. She'll dribble up the court. Gets it to Jacobs. Jacobs will try to get around Wickman, and she does, but
Going to draw a foul on Wichman.
Draws a foul on Wichman.
So Gabby Jacobs will go to the line and try to get her first points of the evening.
Your free throw line can sure stretch a game out, can't it?
Yeah, it's been a long last 2 minutes, let's say that.
Yeah.
As the Griswold boys have been standing in the tunnel what seems like forever. Eh?
Yeah. And looks like the Tigers will make some subs here as they kind of.
There, Gabby rolls one in.
And Adams will bring the ball up the court for the Tigers. And she'll kick it out to 13 with a 3-point attempt. No good. Sorry, didn't have Herring's name.
Kaylee Herring.
Yep. And the Cowgirls will maintain possession with 30 seconds on the clock. And Inman will have the ball. Into Jacobs, into Peters. Peters will lose the ball, stripped by Adams. Adams will take the ball down the court. Adams tries to kick it to Herring. Nice defense by Inman. Good hustle.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Sorry, I said Inman, not Inman.
No.
Good hustle by Alyssa Melvin.
Cowgirl will take possession with 20 seconds left in the game. Shot clock off.
Thompson will dribble drive. Top of the key. Looks as if they're just trying to eat the clock up here.
Coach, I'm going to try to get some totals. I'm not sure I'll get them added up and read prior to the pep band starting up, but if the pep band fires up, we'll definitely leave the sound on.
Yes. We will do that. Cowgirls are going to win this one 56-36. 56-36, and
we'll get some totals, and at the start of the boys game, I'll go back and revisit. Let the people at home listen to the Sidney Cowboy pep band.
Sounds great. We'll be back. All right, we're back. Little varsity boys basketball action. We're just a minute away from go time here, Coach. You want to do your starting lineups real quick?
Absolutely. Before I do that, I want to commend the Sidney Pep Band under the direction of Nicole Zavadil. It's the seniors' last Pep Band, Coach.
Is that right?
They did a fantastic job. And as we get started, we're going to introduce the Griswold Tiger starting lineup. We have a freshman, Bodie Wyman, a sophomore, Peyton Cook, a senior, Aiden Kennedy, a senior, Cameron Brownlee, and a sophomore, Zane Johnson. Sorry, they don't have their heights on there, Coach. Neither do the boys. So we'll go right to the Sidney starting lineup. And that is number 3, Taylor McPhail, a senior. Number 10, Braden Godfrey, a sophomore. Number 11, Michael Hensley, a sophomore. Number 34, Grant Whitehead, a sophomore. And number 35, Nick Peters, a senior. Now we're going to do the national anthem, Coach, so I'll be quiet.
Wonderfully done.
Yep, as always. And I'll try to introduce like I did with the girls as they introduced on the PA, and you see them for the first time in the stream. Look like we got Bodie Wyman being introduced, number 0. There's Peyton Cook, a sophomore, number 2. Aiden Kennedy being introduced. Cameron Brownlee, senior, number 23. And rounding out the Griswold Tigers, coach number 24, Zane Johnson. They're coached by Matthew Spinagle and assisted by Chase Wallace.
And the home team.
And your home team, number 3, Taylor McPhail, a senior, being introduced. Sophomore, number 10, Braden Godfrey, comes to the court. Sophomore, Michael Hensley, number 11. Grant Whitehead, another sophomore, number 34, and then 35, the senior Nick Peters rounds out the starting lineup for the Sidney Cowboys. The Cowboys are coached by Luke Buttry, assisted by Terry Whitehead and Sergio Rodriguez. And Coach, we had some shirts flying by our heads up here. And
we did.
They were tied a little tighter than the girls.
Well, almost like duck hunting versus.
Yeah, you know, the girls'
basketball.
shirts kind of floated by us. The boys flew by us.
Yes.
I think they tied them in a tighter knot.
You bet. You can hear the fight song, school song in the background. We're about to go here. Braden Godfrey's going to be jumping for the Sidney Cowboys and Aiden Kennedy for the Griswold Tigers. Number 10's a young man with some ups for sure, and he'll get the tip off as it goes to Taylor McPhail, and Whitehead will start the first possession for the Cowboys at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Hensley. Hensley inside to Godfrey. Godfrey off the glass. 2 points good. Cowboys with the early lead.
Nice strong move by Godfrey. And Godfrey leads the Cowboys, averaging 15.4 points a game and has 216 points on the season. Starts off with 2 here.
Wyman brought the ball up the court. Got it to Cook. And on the dribble drive penetration and stolen by Michael Hensley. Was stolen by Johnson for the Griswold Tigers. Hensley stole the ball. Comes up the court. Tries a layup shot. Misses. Peters with the rebound. Peters back off the glass. Hensley with the rebound. Hensley goes back up. No foul call over the back.
That was a good steal by Hensley. Wrestled away and pushed the ball to the floor. We just missed a couple 2-foot shots there on both sides of the rim.
Brownlee with a screen for Johnson. Johnson over back to Wyman. Wyman up there. Top of the key to 11. Kennedy. And he'll put in the first buckets of the night for the Griswold Tigers.
And Kennedy is second leading scorer for the Tigers with 103 points on this season. notch this thing up at 2. Early going.
Whitehead top the key over to McPhail. McPhail looking for the inland pass. No, nothing there. Over to Hensley, back to top the key. To Whitehead at the three-point arc. He'll dribble drive, kick it into Peters. Peters, fake pump, off the glass, and fouled.
Nice look by Whitehead to find Nick on the blocks down there. Nick went up strong but was fouled. So go to the line, shoot 2.
So Peters will go to the line for his first points of the night. His first attempt is off the mark.
That's the first foul on Kennedy and the first team foul for the Tigers.
And the second attempt's off the mark too, but Godfrey with a hustle to try to get to the ball, but goes out of bounds. Will be possession back to Griswold.
All the same, nice hustle from Godfrey to chase that ball down.
Absolutely. You said that foul call was on who, Coach? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Kennedy, number
Aiden
11,
Kennedy.
Coach. That's his first, team's first.
Okay. And Griswold will have the ball. Johnson to Brownlee. Brownlee with a three-point attempt. Off the mark, no good. Hensley with the rebound. Kicks it over to Peters. Peters back to Whitehead. Whitehead down in the corner to Godfrey. Godfrey looks at the three, passes it up, has the ball knocked out of his hands. Griswold on the fast break. And a shot by number 2. Peyton Cook is off the mark. Fight for the rebound. It looks like it'll be a jump ball possession going to the Tigers as Whitehead was in on the jump.
Coach, look for the Cowboys to try to get out in transition tonight. Talking to Coach Butcher before the game, he said that's what they really want to work on, transition basketball tonight.
And a three-point attempt and shot from the corner right there by Cook will put the Tigers up
5-2.
5-2.
And the Cowboys pick up that foul, Coach. I believe it's on Nick Peters underneath with the offensive foul. It's Peters first and the team's first.
So the Tigers will inbound here, and they'll get it over to
Nice hustle by
in the
Michael
lane
Hensley.
to Brownlee. Brownlee with the shot attempt, no good, but he'll draw a foul. He'll draw a foul.
And that's going to be Nick Peters' second. Very quick into the game. Nick Peters has 2, the team has 2, so Coach Butcher is going to be forced to go to his bench right away.
So with a 5-2 lead for the Tigers, they're at the line with Brownlee. And he'll miss the first one.
Brownlee is the leading scorer for the Tigers, 146 points on the season, and Coach Butcher said that, you know, this young man can shoot the basketball, so he's going to be a focal point of the Cowboy defense. Cole Payne checks in, number 20, a sophomore for the Cowboys, as Peters takes a seat with 2 fouls.
Brownlee will hit one of the 2, put the lead at 2-6 for the Tigers, and Cowboys will bring it up the court. Hensley back to Whitehead. Whitehead at the top of the key, asks for the screen, gets the screen from Godfrey and kicks it over to Payne. Payne will dribble drive, penetrate, off the board, draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Great aggressive move offensively for Cole Payne, who normally doesn't show that much
that's
aggressive
the funny,
on the
you know,
offense.
I was just going to mention.
Good sign for Cole Payne this evening.
I was just going to mention that on the last possession. That man, the last 2-3 nights of Cowboys basketball, Colt Payne has really stepped up in showing aggressiveness and driving to the rim. So, and his first. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that comes with confidence, Coach. He was
Yes.
always been a force at the defensive end and playing good, solid minutes for Coach Butchery, but it was the offensive end where he just needed to get more aggressive, and that was a sign of some offensive aggressiveness.
Yes, and his first shot was off the mark for the free throw, and he'll shoot a second one. It's going to bounce around the rim but not go in, so no points on that, but still a good drive and good to see. Griswold quickly gets the ball down the court. Brownlee will dribble drive. Godfrey on the defense to stop the drive. Back to Wyman. Wyman will shoot off the board. 24, Johnson with the rebound and a follow-up shot, and it's good. And a quick 2-8 lead for the Griswold Tigers. Whitehead will bring the ball up the court. Gets a screen from McPhail. McPhail will get the ball back from Whitehead. McPhail will dribble drive, nothing there. Kicks it over to Payne. Payne will take it inside again. Kind of around there, but nothing there. Kicks it over to McPhail. McPhail with a jumper off the mark. Payne with almost a rebound, but goes into the hands of Brownlee. And Wyman will bring it up the court.
Well, we've had good looks, Coach. They're not falling. Either we're a little deep. I don't know if it's we're a little excited. We're putting up everything just a little bit strong as of the first 3 minutes of the basketball game.
Wyman will get the ball at the there, and Taylor McPhail with the rebound. McPhail will bring it up the court, trying to fast break here. Whitehead with a stumble, but kicks it back to McPhail. McPhail with a jumper, off the rim, no good. And back possession to the Griswold Tigers with an 8-2 lead. Wyman with the ball. He'll throw it out to Cook. Cook at the top of the key. Will set the offense up. Back to Johnson. Johnson to Hook. Hook back to Brownlee. Brownlee inside. Nice look by the Tigers. Cook with a layup point, and that causes Buttrey to take the timeout. Coach Buttrey has to take the timeout, trailing 2-10.
Yeah, and I know this is definitely not the start he was looking for. As Griswold comes in 1-15 on the season, and the Cowboys are 6-8, and Cowboys coming fresh off their third place victory in the Corner Conference tournament when they beat a very good Stanton team, a team that had beaten them twice earlier. So the Cowboys come in on a roll, and you know they've played this Griswold Tiger team twice this year, and both times won that game. And as far as the scoreboard's concerned, you know, fairly easily margin. And talking to Coach Butcher, they wanted to work on transition night and on the defensive end, work on the Sidney Cowboy defense. And, you know, I know they weren't expecting to fall behind 10-2 this early, but credit to the Griswold Tigers coming out to play tonight.
Oh, absolutely. All credit to Griswold Tigers on that for coming out and being ready to play. But you've seen it. I've seen it a million times. You know, you come off of a big win like that, and you just got all that momentum rolling, and then you kind of come in, you start off a little flat. I look for the Cowboys to get it rolling, though, here pretty quick.
Absolutely. They need someone to step up, hit a big shot, and settle them down and get in system a little bit.
So Cowboys will take over possession. It looks like Gottfried will inbound. The Tigers appear to be in looks to be a man-to-man defense. So Whitehead will bring the ball at the top of the key over to McPhail. McPhail will look inside to Godfrey, but doesn't give the pass there. Instead, he'll screen. Godfrey sets the screen to Michael Hensley. Michael Hensley inside, can't get it. Gets his own rebound, though. Back up again. Nice little soft touch, and in the rim. The Cowboys will get two.
Good job by Michael Hensley, Coach, as keep fighting for that rebound and muscling his way up for the shots.
And the Cowboys will bring on the press. Just can't quite get it there. Just over the fingertips of Hensley there. And Brownlee will have the ball at the top of the key. He'll kick it over to Cook. Cook back to inside. Nice attempt there to get it inside to Johnson, but it rims in and out. Whitehead will dribble, drive, shoot, draws the foul.
Oh,
no, almost the and one, but it rolls out.
Referee Matt Ray calls the foul.
So Whitehead will go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1, I believe. I'm sorry, he'll shoot two. And he will. No, nope, didn't quite happen. Rolled around the rim and didn't find its way in the hole. And he'll shoot the second one of his two shots.
Coach, that's a very young Sidney Cowboy basketball team we have on the floor right now.
It is.
As Whitehead makes a second.
Makes the score 5-10. Cowboys trailing. Oh, and a nice defensive play by Gottfried. Almost come up with a loose ball there. He's got such a wingspan, he's hard to throw it around, over, or beside. And there was I don't know what that was, but it was an empty pass attempt in by Griswold. It didn't go, so Cowboys will take possession again. Whitehead came with the ball. He'll kick it to McPhail. McPhail into Hensley. Hensley tries to dribble drive, not there. Kicks it back to Whitehead. Whitehead looks for the shot, not there. Hensley will dribble drive again and draw another foul on the floor this time. So the Cowboys will inbound.
They called that foul on. Let me see if they, number
31, I believe.
That'll be on Hogan Hook. That's his first and the team's fourth.
Inside to Gottfried in the lane. He'll go up hard and strong, and Cowboys are right back in this puppy, 7-10.
Gottfried with his 4 points on the evening, second bucket.
Oh, another almost attempted steal there by Gottfried. Didn't quite get it. And Whitehead will enter it. It'll knock that pass down, and the press works. McPhail will dribble drive into the lane, score, yes. We're at a 9-10 ball game and a timeout by Griswold. The Cowboys kind of come alive, Coach. The timeout paid off for Coach Buttrey.
That was the answer that Coach Buttrey was looking for in that last timeout. They come out and rattle off 6 straight points to make this game 10-9 with 2:23 left in the first quarter.
Yes. Aggressive defense, the press paid off for sure. Like I said, it's hard to get those. You know, you said a young group of kids. You're right. They are very young, but boy, they are long and they're lean and they move pretty quick.
Yeah, as I said, young, we had 4 sophomores on the floor led by the lone senior Taylor McPhail with Nick Peters in foul trouble. That forced Buttrey to put 4 sophomores on the floor. And, we talked about that slow start. You got 4 sophomores that play a lot and 4 on the floor there, and you never know from night to night what you're going to get. It's a learning curve, and they have gotten better throughout the season.
Yes. Fun to watch for sure. So you said, and the thing I noticed about the Cowboys, our leading scorer, Braden Godfrey, with 216 points on the year to start the game.
Yes.
And Grant Whitehead had 189 points, and then Michael Hensley 126 points. That's 3 sophomores that lead us in scoring this year.
Absolutely.
So the future's bright is what I'm saying there.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
I do know also in my favorite part of the game, again, the blocks. And Godfrey's a block king here. He's got 28 blocks on the season, and I know that he's been informed on Taylor McPhail with a steal off the press, and Cowboys will take a lead with 11-10. But anyway, back to another steal by the Cowboys. The press is working very well. Griswold's having a hard time beating that. McPhail with the ball in the key. He tries to throw it back to Whitehead. Whitehead, afraid of the over and back, doesn't pursue it. And Griswold with a hustle play will maintain possession.
And on that last possession, Grant Whitehead recorded another steal. He leads the team with 50 steals this year. Now he's 50 plus.
So, steal artist and a block artist. In my conversations with Coach Buttry earlier in the week, he was telling me that they worry about Braden Godfrey getting into foul trouble, so he's told him to back off the blocking in the first half. Says, don't block in the first half. We don't need you in foul trouble. We need you in the game. So, we'll see if he still stays aggressive with that or not. Colt Payne with the effort rebound. Comes up. Would have had it, but the Griswold Tiger knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, actually had that rebound, and it was just knocked away from the Griswold Tiger out of bounds.
Yep. So Godfrey will inbound to Whitehead. Whitehead will bring the ball up the court to McPhail. Back to Godfrey, who looks to shoot, dribbles, drives. Oh, nice move to the glass, but just rims out.
Good strong move by Godfrey.
Griswold will press the ball back quickly. They'll get it to Cook, or Wyman now with possession of the ball. He'll set the play up at the top of the key, kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson inside to Kennedy, and he'll draw his first foul. And I believe that foul was on. Still don't know quite yet who it's on. We're waiting for the scoreboard. It's on 20. Colt Payne will draw his first foul of the night. Hensley will get a breather. And Xavier Hyde will enter the game.
And that's a good job by Griswold, working the ball around, getting inside to Kendi, who makes the and one.
And they'll take the lead, 13-11, with a minute to go in the first period. McPhail with the ball, calling for action inside. Back inside to Godfrey, who tries to do something with it, but is fouled underneath the hoop. And they're going to call it on the shot, I believe.
Yeah, he's walking the line on number 23.
Yeah.
That'd be Brownlee, his first foul of the game, and that's Griswold's 5th.
So Godfrey will go to the line, shoot 2. He'll hit the first one, nothing but net. And make the score 12-13 with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, or period. Godfrey with his second attempt, and it'll rim in. 13-13 score. And the press back on by the Cowboys, and Whitehead will get another steal for that one. Whoa, nice pass inside by Godfrey to Whitehead, and the 2-point layup. Cowboys lead 15-13 with 40 seconds to go. Another steal by Whitehead. They're not seeing him in the middle of the field. Oh, no look pass from Whitehead to Godfrey. Godfrey up strong, no good, no foul. Godfrey staying in the press mode. He's going to get a steal. He's got his own steal. Kind of there to block, and then steal over to Grant Whitehead in the corner for 3, off the mark. And Griswold will get possession again. Wyman's going to drive. Stop ball attempt. Kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson into Kennedy. Kennedy back to Wyman. Wyman's off the mark. Rebound Godfrey. Quick ball movement by Whitehead. Down to McPhail. McPhail will shoot. Can't get it off the board. Gets his own rebound. Fights for loose ball. Kicks it back out to Hyde. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Godfrey will shoot from the free throw line. Off the mark. No good.
Well, the Cowboys got a good look at the basket at the end of the quarter. And, the possession before that was kind of fun to watch those sophomores work together. Whitehead gets a steal, finds Godfrey underneath. It doesn't go, and then Godfrey gets a steal and kicks out to Whitehead. They kind of feed off each other, a little bit of both.
Very fun to watch. Very, very, very fun. 15-13 score at the end of one. Cowboys lead.
And at the end of the first quarter, Coach, I have Taylor McPhail for 4, Godfrey 6, Hensley 2, and Whitehead 3 scoring for the Cowboys. Yeah. For the Tigers, I've got 5 for Cook, 5 for Kennedy, 1 for Brownlee, and 2 for Johnson as far as scoring goes.
Okay, so there's the scoring for the first quarter, first period. So far, what do you like?
Well, I like our hustle. The baskets haven't fallen. We've shot a couple long, a couple short. Anything you can imagine's kind of happened to us, but I like the hustle. We managed to come out of that quarter with a lead after a very slow start. I just said earlier, Coach Butchery wants to work on transition basketball, but in order for that to happen, we got to get some defensive rebounds. Yes. There's no transition without defensive rebounds, so that's got to be a focal point. And, outside of, Nick Peters in foul trouble, we only have one other guy with a foul, and that'd be Colt Payne. So Sidney, as far as fouls are concerned, are fine. But conversely, Griswold's already got 5 as a team. Yeah.
The press has worked also. The Cowboys will start with possession. Whitehead at the top of the key. He'll kick it over to Godfrey. Godfrey for 3. No, off the rim. No good. And Griswold will come back. Wyman with the ball.
Senior Xavier Hyde checks into the game for the Cowboys as Michael Hensley takes a break.
3-point attempt by Brownlee. No good. Rebound. Griswold beating the Cowboys on the rebound boards there. They had 2 opportunities in a row but come up short both times, and Whitehead will take the ball. Try to dribble drive. Nice Payne look inside to Payne. Payne tries to go off the glass but gets bodied and no basket there.
It comes back to the defensive boards. You said Griswold had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds that last possession, and that's not going to make Coach Butchery happy, especially looking to run in transition.
And Cook to Wyman. Wyman with the ball. He'll get it back to Brownlee. Brownlee will kick it inside to Kennedy. Kennedy will try, but he travels. He gets possession of the ball inside the lane and then tries to kick it back out to somebody, but travels in the process. So Cowboys will gain possession. Godfrey throws it inbounds to Whitehead. Whitehead brings it up the court. Over to McPhail. Screen play, down low to Godfrey. Godfrey kind of got pushed and then hacked on his way to the basket, so he'll go back to the line.
They got the second one. Didn't quite see the first
one. No, but boy, that sure looked good to me. Looked like bumper cars down there, Coach.
They did, but we have a little better angle than they do down on the floor, and it was easier to see things from up here in the cheap seats.
Yes. So Godfrey to go to the line. He'll shoot 2. And that one's going to wiggle around the rim. I think it's because the gym got quiet. What do you think?
It might be. I think
it got pretty quiet on that shot.
I think it makes that basket a little smaller.
It might. And the second one will go. So Godfrey will put 1 of 2 in, and Cowboys lead 16-3 and gives them an opportunity to bring the press back. And they're potent with the press, it seems like. As though, and no foul call there as the loose ball kind of was in the air, and both players dove for it, but no foul on Hyde. And he'll press to make a turnover here. 11 with the ball, and he'll dribble, drive, and use the backboard, but comes up short. Rebound Godfrey. Godfrey to Whitehead. Whitehead will push.
Good strong rebound by Godfrey to start this possession.
Yes, he'll pull it out, reset it up, get it to McPhail at the top of the key. Back to Whitehead. Whitehead looked at a 3, or at least faked like he was going to take it. Didn't take it. Back to him. Hyde in the corner will try a cross-court pass, no good. Cameron Whitehead will pick it up, though, and back to Godfrey. Godfrey can't get it. Almost a pass to Xavier. Xavier Hyde, who ends up with 2 points and a bucket on that one. Cowboys back to the press.
I bet Braden's going to try to tell us that's a pass. It's in the game. Coach looking for an assist off that. And our press is back into the game as Griswold turns the ball over. Hensley checks back to the game, and Andreas Butchery checks into the game.
Yes.
Well, not yet. I guess the buzzer sound. Matthew Ray's got to call him in the game. Now they are. So Andreas Butchery into the game for the first time. McPhail will take a seat, and Colt Payne will take a seat.
And the Cowboys will also regain possession as the ball was knocked out of, or was thrown out of bounds by the Tigers. So Whitehead will get the ball in the corner to Hensley. Hensley cross-court pass to Butchery. Butchery inside to Hyde. Hyde fights, battles it up there, goes up strong to the hoop. Can't come up with it. Brownlee with the rebound.
Good strong move by Hyde. Just couldn't get the fall.
Wyman will bring the ball up court. Passes it to Brownlee. Brownlee back to Wyman. Wyman back to Cook. Cook to Wyman. And now Brownlee with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Johnson. Johnson in to Cook. Back to Johnson. Johnson with the layup.
That was a good play.
That was a good play. And
that
it's
was
18.
A good offensive series Or possession, sorry, for the Griswold
Tigers. Absolutely. 18-15 is the score. 5:22 to go in the second period. Inbound to Godfrey there. Back out to Buttrey in the corner. Hyde inside. Back into the lane to Godfrey, and he'll get tripped up. And a foul called on Johnson. 24, I believe. No, foul call. Excuse me, I'm wrong.
Give it to Peyton Cook, and that's Cook's second. That's the team's seventh. So Cowboys will be shooting 1-1 for the foreseeable future until they reach 10. Then there'll be a double bonus.
Godfrey back to the line. So a big part of the 1-1 there. He hit the first one, so he'll get the second shot. Big part of the big win the other night for the Cowboys in their corner conference third and fourth place match. They were able to hit the free throw line towards the end of the ball game. That was huge for them. So they're been on a roll with the free throws and still kind of appear to be that way as Godfrey knocks down 2 of them. And the press is set back up.
That's his 5th made free throw of the evening.
Inbound to Brownlee. Brownlee will kick it up to Cook.
A little better job by the Tigers breaking the press.
Yes. And that'll be Wyman with a shot, no good. Hensley with a rebound, with a half. It was kind of a half block, wasn't really.
I want to say Godfrey got a piece of that.
Did you get a piece of that one? We count that one as a block. Then.
I would.
Godfrey from three-point land, off the mark. Going to get his own rebound.
Good hustle.
Oh, he fakes it in the corner to. Oh, he fakes it in the corner to Hensley, and then drives to the rim.
They're going to call an offensive foul on the Cowboys.
Yes.
They're going to give it to
Xavier Hyde.
To Hyde, who picks up his first.
Yep.
Cowboys 4th.
Oh, and there's a steal. There's the big hands we talked about with Godfrey, but they'll get it right back. Cook with his own quick hands will get the ball back for the Tigers. Cook to Brownlee. Brownlee wants to shoot the 3. Not really there. He'll kick it over in the corner to Wyman. To Cook, Cook with 3, and it's good. It's good, and it's 20-18 with 4:20 to go in the second quarter.
Coach, you kind of felt like Griswold needed that basket. Cowboys have been on a roll ever since that initial timeout by Buttrey, and that one's going to keep the Griswold Tigers hanging around.
Yeah, that was a big bucket for him. Whitehead, no-look pass into Hyde. Oh, in and out. Rattles out of the rim.
Great pass by Grant Whitehead.
It really was. So Wyman will come back up the court. Brownlee for a 3. Got it. And it's a ball game. 21-20. Tigers lead. Timeout, Cowboys. Woo, they come alive with a 3-point shot, Coach.
A game of runs, isn't it?
Back to back.
A game of runs.
Back to back with 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the half. The Tigers have taken the lead 21-20 over the Cowboys with 3-point shooting. And
it appears Nick Peters went to the scorer's table. He's going to re-enter the game with playing with 2 fouls, so he's got to be, he can still be aggressive. He's got to be smart. No over the backs or pick up some cheap foul, but he's playing with 2 fouls, and you sure don't want to pick up that third going into the half. Sure.
Well, it appears that the Cowboys are wanting to big body him, so they'll bring in the big body. And hopefully this will work for them. Griswold's done a better job of, during their timeout, figuring out how to break that press. Yeah. They're still getting a few turnovers here and there, but the press has been effective for the most part. But
coming onto the floor with 3:53 left in the second half for the Cowboys. You got Andreas Buttrey, Grant Whitehead, Taylor McPhail, Nick Peters, and Michael Hensley for the Cowboys.
Whitehead will bring it up the court. He'll go to the corner to McPhail. McPhail kick it inside to Peters, and Peters to work immediately off the glass for 2. Put the Cowboys back up top, 22-21. Cowboys back in the press.
Nick Peters right away makes his presence felt.
And the press broken, and a travel call, I assume. Yes, travel call. Travel call on Wyman.
Kendi will check back in for the Tigers as Hook will take a seat. And Nolan Smith will enter the game for the Tigers as Bodie Wyman will get a breather.
3:27, 22-21. Whitehead thought about a long 3. Will dribble drive instead and tries to pass and goes off the head of a defender. And up hard is Michael Hensley. Big, strong, hard move there to get that one to fall. And the Cowboys are up 24-21, back in the press again and looking for the steal. Can't quite get, there's the deflection. There's how the steals happen, but a scramble for the ball. And the Cowboys will come up with it. Taylor on 3-on-2, inside to Hensley. Hensley for 2. McPhail with the pass and the assist.
Great complimentary basketball there by the Cowboys.
Timeout Griswold. That Game of runs again,
There
like
it
you
is.
said. Fun basketball to watch for sure.
We call timeout, come out of the timeout, and make a run. Great job. Hensley picks up 4 quick points. The first one was all nothing but muscle. That's a strong young man. He was able to muscle it up, and then he's actually the one that started that steal by deflecting the pass.
Right.
Buttrey and Nick Peters go after the ball
Yes.
and find it. And
Let's give Peters some credit for the hustle to get down there on the floor and get that ball. I mean, that was a loose ball, and he played it like it was football and jumped right in there and come out with the ball for us. And
he kicks it out to Taylor McPhail. McPhail's the one that actually found Hensley for that easy 2 points. So
good team play, like you said, Coach. Fun to watch. And guess what? Here comes the press again. Cowboys are coming back out, and they're going to stick in it. Griswold will have possession with 2:56 to go in the half. 26-21 lead Cowboys. They'll inbound. Brownlee with the ball, and McPhail will stop the ball movement with almost a strip there. And Johnson with almost a travel there. Could have been a travel call, it looked like. But what do I know? I'm a wrestler, right? Cook with the ball. He'll kick it over to Brownlee.
I was going to leave it alone, Coach. You went there.
Brownlee over to Johnson. Johnson looking for Wyman, but good defense by the Cowboys. And an open shot there actually got himself open was Kennedy for a shot, but comes up short. Cowboys rebound.
McPhail with a nice position on the rebound.
McPhail with a three-point attempt from the top of the key, no good. Buttrey with the rebound. Buttrey up hard, no good. Rebound, Johnson. Brownlee, to Johnson. McPhail with hustle play, kicks the ball out of bounds underneath their own hoop, so the Cowboys will be able to set the press back up. Seniors playing hard tonight. Inbound. And we're on a hustle here. Play by Wyman. Wyman will shoot the 2-point bucket. Easy transition bucket.
Yeah.
Cook on the play.
And there was nothing Nick Peters could do. Having 2 fouls, he just had to stand there and pretty much just let him all the way to the rim.
Oh, but Peters bounces back with the answer right there. Good pass inside by Taylor McPhail, and Peters does the work, banging in there in the boards and putting that one right there on the glass and made it good.
Nick Peters for his 4th point on the evening.
Johnson with open shot. Look, he'll take it. 28-25 Cowboys, the minute 30 to go in the half.
Johnson's 6 point for the Tigers.
Whitehead will have the ball at the top of the key, set the offense up. Whitehead still with possession. Goes opposite side of the screen, stops with a jumper, no good. And Griswold will have the ball back with a minute to go in the half. Trailing 28-25. Brownlee at the top of the key. Kind of goes through traffic, draws a foul, does not get an and one call, but will shoot 2. They're saying it was on the shot.
Let's see who this foul's on. I'm going to hold my breath a little bit. Okay, they called that on Michael Hensley.
Michael Hensley will draw the foul.
I was afraid it.
You were going to tell me.
Pete was awful close to the action. I just didn't know.
Thought you were going to tell me it was Nick Peters on the foul, and that would have been trouble for him.
Yeah, so I was holding my breath.
So Hensley will get his first foul tonight and send Brownlee to the line. He'll shoot his first shot. And it's off the mark, no good. Gottfried back in the game. He'll take Andreas Buttrey out and kick Hensley back to the top of the key and say, I'm going to play down here in the post. 28-25, 1 minute and 1 second to go in the half. Brownlee will shoot his second free throw attempt. In and out, both of them. Neither one falls for him. A quick transition up here to Hensley, and that's why. Hensley with a layup,
yeah,
an easy bucket.
Transition basketball that Coach Buttrey was speaking of.
Great job by Grant Whitehead seeing the floor.
And that's Hensley's 8th point, Coach, in the first half.
A sneaky 8 by Michael Hensley right there.
I'm going to try to get you some numbers, but it's going to have to be after halftime as the pep band's going to take over.
Brownlee in the meantime will knock down a 3 and keep his Tigers in this game. 30-28, 35 seconds to go in the half. Whitehead will have it at the top of the key. He'll kick it over to McPhail. McPhail looks inside to Gottfried, not there, but he will get it inside to Peters. Peters on the glass will get fouled on his way to the hoop. Another strong possession for the Cowboys, getting down inside to the big guys.
Good work by Nick Peters to go up and get that rebound and force it up again. Drawing the foul on Brownlee, and that's Brownlee's 2nd.
And Peters will shoot 2.
The team's 8.
His first one, money. It's good.
It's
Stretch that lead 31-28.
Peters with his 5th point.
He'll shoot his second one. Good. Knocked them both down. Big points. 22 seconds left in the half. Griswold will inbound. The Cowboys will press.
Connor Bowers checking in the game, and Brownlee with his third foul is going to have to take a seat to remain to the first half. So their leading scorer, coach, is
Yes.
struggling with fouls. Maybe he's not leading scoring this evening, but he's their leading scorer in the season.
Yeah, kind of in trouble without him, though, I think. Nice little fast break move to get 2 points. No, did not go in. Rebound, Cowboys. Godfrey will get credit for it. Dishes it inside to keep his balance to
9 seconds
Pete.
left.
9 seconds left. Thank you. Into Peters. Outside to Godfrey from the corner. Good. 3 points. 35-28. Halftime, Cowboys.
That's how you like to end the half. On a roll,
Woo.
expand that lead to 7 points as we take it in halftime. Coach, it's going to get loud for us, so I think we'll just be quiet and talk after the pep band.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a bit. Cowboys up 35-28. For those watching at home, you saw the 3rd and 4th graders play at halftime earlier. Now it's the 5th and 6th graders' turns, just so you know. The 5th and 6th grade Cowgirls basketball program. And you're going to hear the pep band in the background as well. So enjoy the halftime. Great job by the pep band.
Once again, just like it was at halftime of the girls' game and between games, we're always proud and excited to listen to our pep band play. Nicole Davidel does a fantastic job. And, Coach, we always try to take these intermissions, and we enjoy doing our interviews, and I think the public enjoys listening to our young athletes and our coaches. But we'll gladly forfeit those interviews to give the pep band their time and their due, and let our youth basketball teams kind of showcase what they've got coming up. So maybe at the end of the game, we'll try to catch Luke Buttry. We wanted to catch Coach Ashley Smith, but because of the pep band, and I don't believe Coach Smith is within sight anyway, Coach. So we sure didn't mean to leave out the girls' coach. It just didn't work out this evening. But we'll see if we can catch somebody at the end of this game. We're
still all winners. We got to hear the pep band. They're pretty good. I like to listen to them. They're great to listen to, and we got to watch the little kids play, and that's worth every penny.
And once again, I'll say this was our seniors' last pep band, so congratulations to them, and thank you for all the work they've done.
Yes, Miss Zavadil's done a great job with the group for sure.
We'll see if should we interview Mrs. Zavadil?
Hey, Z, you want to talk for a minute?
Hey, we're joined by Mrs. Zavadil. We've bragged on her band now 3 times because they've played 3 times this evening. And Z, you told me this is the seniors' last pep band.
It was. Yeah, I have a pretty big group here. This is the last time for them tonight.
They've done a fantastic job, and you got to be proud of them.
Yeah, I am. It's always bittersweet to see where they start as junior high kids and then where they end up. It's always bittersweet.
And it's pep band is so much fun for the crowd. I know it's fun for your kids, but I think back for even when I was young, which was a really long time ago, let me tell you that. And I can remember basketball games, and what sticks out almost as much as the game is the pep band and the atmosphere that you create. So thank you very much for having your kids playing a fantastic job.
Thank you. I appreciate you talking to me tonight. You had a son that was a pretty good little trombone player as well.
He got some practice once in a while. I'll stop right there before I embarrass everybody.
Thanks, Donnie.
Once again, great job by Nicole Zavadil and the Sidney Pride.
And you know what? She was trying to direct the band and watch her
daughter play. That was interesting because I think the band got off a couple times because she was kind of waving her hands.
She started clapping and the band went crazy. They're like, what note is that, Zavadil?
It still sounded great, Zavadil. Hey, back to basketball. Right there, Hensley puts 2 points in the bucket for us. Right there, the Cowboys lead 37-28 with 7:30 in the second half has just started, the third period. So Brownlee will have the ball. He'll kick it over to Cook. Cook inside to Kennedy. Sorry, my bad. Trying to get a name there. Brownlee with the 2-point bucket for the Tigers. Whitehead will bring the ball up the court for the Cowboys. Whitehead over to Hensley. Hensley looking inside to go to Godfrey. Not really there. Back to Peters. Peters will Buffalo in there, but he get called for a travel call.
Coach, real quickly, I'm going to say the halftime scoring for the Cowboys at halftime was McPhail had 4, Godfrey had 12, Hensley had 8, Hyde 2, Whitehead 3, and Peters had 6 to round out the first half scoring for the Cowboys.
Cowboys back in the press, and Wyman will bring it up, break the press for oh my gosh! I thought he lost the ball off his hip, but they're gonna say it was off a Cowboy. So Brownlee will inbound it for the Griswold Tigers.
I want to say that McPhail had a little to do with that, losing off his hip, Coach. I think he stuck his hand in there, and he got for real.
This one he did get. He stole that one back anyway, so he'll dribble, drive. Nice little fake pass. Kind of a off the head of a Tiger boy. Kind of a mad scramble there.
That was a free-for-all.
Looked like a ping-pong machine right there. And the Tigers will drive. Hensley gets his hands in there, hustles for the ball. Brownlee will have it, though. Hensley will press him again. Off of Hensley, Brownlee will keep possession for the Tigers.
At this quick break, Coach, at halftime scoring for the Tigers, we had Cook for 10, Kennedy for 5, Brownlee with 7, and Johnson with 6. That rounds out the scoring in the first half for the Griswold Tigers.
And the Tigers will inbound with the Cowboys' pressure constantly on them again. Godfrey with a slap at the ball, doesn't quite come up with it. Wyman will bring the ball up the court. In the corner to Johnson, misses. Whitehead with the rebound. Whitehead will bring the ball up the court. Fast break. Nope. Stops. Pulls up. Back to Godfrey. Top of the key for 3. No. That one missed. That one missed everything.
He was looking for Hyde to come underneath like that last time.
That's what it was. It was a pass. What it's supposed to be a pass, I think.
He's looking like who was supposed to go get that.
Good thing is you got to have short memory to play basketball and defensive back both. You got to let things like that go and just go on to the next one. And that he will. Ooh, nice move right there to get past Whitehead by Cook. but no points. And Peters with the rebound. Back to Whitehead. Bringing it up, setting up the offense, Cowboys offense. Uh-oh, a steal. A steal. Wyman just kind of busted in there and took it away from McPhail, but misses the layup. And McPhail quick feed it up to Hensley. The Cowboys were trying for fast break transaction points, couldn't get it, but we'll feed it inside to the big man. And up and good again for Nick Peters.
Nick Peters throws in his 8th point of the evening.
Cowboys back in the press. And job well done breaking that by Griswold for transaction points. Off the glass, good for Johnson.
Really nice body control by the sophomore, Zane Johnson, who picks up his 8th point, 7th and 8th point of the night.
Hensley to Whitehead. Whitehead will drive the lane, kick it down to Peters. Off too much mustard on the pass, and off the fingers of Whitehead, off the fingers of Peters, and now it will be Griswold's ball. Johnson with the ball over to Kennedy. Kennedy with a shot off the mark. McPhail with the dribble, with the rebound and the drive. The quick drive back the other way. Not wasting any time, going to the glass, but no, Caprende did not work. We'll go back the other way. Wyman with the ball. He'll kick it over to Cook. Cook in the corner to Johnson. Johnson to Kennedy. Kennedy inside to Brownlee. Good move, but Cowboys just got a hand in there and broke it up. McPhail into Hensley. Hensley in down low. Godfrey this time will dribble in a little bit and take a jumper from inside the free throw line and make it 2-point basket for the Cowboys, leading 41-32. 4 minutes to go in the third period.
Good job by Hensley to find Godfrey, and Godfrey says, hey, you know what, the last 3-pointer's a little short. I'm going to bring it a little closer to the bucket, and it paid off.
Oh, we're going to get a foul call on Hensley on that one.
And that's going to be Hensley's
second,
I believe,
foul.
Just the second.
Little body in there on that one.
Team's first, and it's been a pretty clean second, especially for all. There's been a lot of action, just not a lot of fouls. Pretty clean action going on.
So Griswold will get it in the corner to Brownlee, but he doesn't like the shot. Dribbles inside, makes a nice move, and gets him a 2-point bucket. Making the score 41-34 in favor of the Cowboys with 3:40 to go in the third period.
Brownlee finds double digits. That's his 10th, 11th point.
McPhail with the ball. Wants to get inside to Godfrey. Godfrey wants to work the paint, but no, they called for a travel. Called for the travel, so it appears that we have an injured Griswold Tiger. Maybe he lost his air, caught an elbow to the rib or something possibly. Cameron Brownlee, the injured Tiger. Connor Bowers will enter the game.
Brownlee's going to take a quick breather to see if they can't figure out. I think you're right. I think he holding his ribs. It may have caught a little wind. Might have caught him right in the diaphragm with an elbow.
Yep.
Great defense by McPhail. Forces the turnover off.
Yes. That's tough. That's tough. Connor Bowers has to come in and face that press right away, coming off the bench. That's tough. And McPhail did a great job playing defense. They kick it inside real quick to Godfrey. Godfrey for an easy 2. And the press is back on again. Cook will go up and a reach-in foul called on Godfrey that time. And that will be, I believe that's his first or second possibly.
I have him
first
down
foul.
First, Coach.
Yeah.
That's his first.
That's unusual. That's unusual for the sophomore. He's usually in some foul trouble by now. But so that's his first one in the third period with 3:15 to go in the third period. Cowboys lead 43-34. Applying the press.
And I have Godfrey down for 16 points, Coach, with 3 minutes left in the third
16
period.
points.
Again, everything up here is unofficial, but we're somewhat close.
Wyman thought about a shot, but kicked it over to Kennedy. Kennedy to Cook. Back to Hook, who missed the shot. Cowboys will get possession. Whitehead will bring the ball up, set up the offense. Nope, just dribble drive the lane. And dish to Hensley. Hensley off the glass. Nice teamwork, Cowboys. Great ball movement, great vision. And Godfrey will get a steal and up the bucket. Good. And timeout, Griswold.
Yeah.
Cowboys went on a run.
Yep, and Coach Spinagle says, I think I'll take a timeout. Even the jacket's coming off.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, if that was Kent Larson, you know that he was not happy. That was always a sign that Coach Larson was not happy when the jacket came off, and sometimes it happened early.
Yeah.
But right here, a lot of action for the Cowboys. Hensley, the beneficiary of nice passes from Grant Whitehead, and then Godfrey makes it happen himself with the steal and lay-in.
The way you like to see it, right? And probably the way they drew it up, too, right?
Yeah. Hensley gets his 12th point of the evening, and I believe that puts Godfrey up to 18, Coach.
Nice.
Having a nice evening. And, again, as you said, played pretty clean. He's only got one foul. over 3/4 the way through that third period.
So I think that it's a 47-34 game. So by no means is this game over. And I don't mean to make it sound that way, but it appears to me that maybe the Cowboys kind of knocked a little bit of the rust off after the big third and fourth constellation round win the other night, and maybe kind of got their bearings rolling again.
Yeah, and some of that credit goes to the Griswold Tigers. They came out and they got our attention. The Cowboys found out quickly they weren't going to sleepwalk through this one tonight, and now they've woken up a little bit and playing really good basketball to start the second half.
Yes. So Cook will inbound it for the Tigers. On the floor for the Tigers, you have Hook, Cook, Wyman, Johnson, and Brownlee's back.
Yep, and you got the starting five for the Cowboys with Gottfried, Hensley, McPhail, Whitehead, and Nick Peters. Good ball movement by the Tigers out of that timeout.
Great job breaking the press, and Brownlee tries a three-point shot off the mark. Gottfried with the rebound, back to McPhail. McPhail, no-look pass, off the mark to Peters, and possession goes back to the Tigers.
He might have wanted to look, Coach. That was a no-look pass that went right out of bounds.
Yeah, he might have wanted to look on that one. Yeah. So the Tigers will inbound with the press. McPhail moving. Great job moving feet to get the ball stopped. Tigers again getting it back to movement. Get the 2-on-1 look and don't get the bucket, but do draw the foul, and it's going to be on Peters this time.
And Nick has held on to those two fouls in the first 2 minutes, and that's going to be his third, but he's played a long time without fouling. And you know what? That was great ball movement by the Griswold Tigers. Down the floor, breaking the press, and then underneath their own basket.
It's time for the big guy to get a breather anyway. Bring in Colt Payne, they say.
Colt Payne's going to come back to the game, and Nick Peters is going to take a seat for probably the remainder of the quarter, I would guess. Colt Payne gave us really good minutes in that first half.
Yes. Zane Johnson will come to the free throw line for the Tigers. He'll shoot 1 and 1. I'm sorry, he'll shoot one. He had the bucket fall. 47-35. Cowboys lead. Gottfried from the free throw line. In and out.
Good job by Colt Payne keeping that ball alive.
Looking for a wide open Grant Whitehead. He is. Oh. It looked like Gottfried was trying to dash in and stopped and kind of come back for the ball. And Grant thought he was dashing in, threw the ball in. But Cowboys will remain possession as it's off of a Tiger. Whitehead will inbound. Kicks it out to Gottfried in the paint. He'll muscle up and try to get in there. Can't get it to fall. McPhail with the rebound.
Nice.
No-look pass. Nice.
Really nice pass by
Taylor McPhail to Whitehead.
McPhail.
Oh, and a turnover by Griswold. Not sure of the call there, but it looked like that he was on the line maybe when he went to throw it out. And therefore,
Taylor McPhail has made a lot of things happen. Quick hands.
Yes. He's
got a lot of steals, a lot of really good defense played by number 3 this evening.
The referee stops actions. He didn't like something that we were doing there. Gottfried will get the ball off the mark. Can't get it. But Payne with a rebound, and Payne goes up, and Payne gets fouled. And Payne will go to the line.
That's 2 times on this possession. Colt Payne kept the ball alive earlier, and that time he gets the rebound and puts it back up and draws the foul, goes to the line.
Might I add, that's another sophomore, Coach. The young team. He misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
Again, with Peters out the floor, we had 4 sophomores and a senior. Now Andreas Buttrey checks in and Taylor McPhail shuts out. So another sophomore. Now we've got 5 sophomores on the floor, so a young basketball team on the floor. 5
sophomores on the court right now. Free throw in and out for Payne. Can't quite get the free throws to fall, but it's in the right spot, Coach. And Cook will bring the ball up the court. He'll get it to Brownlee. Brownlee, new body in the game here. Braden Lockwood for the Tigers.
Minute 20 left in the third period.
Brownlee in the corner will kick it to Johnson at the top of the key. Cook flashes in the zone. Back to Brownlee, and they'll try to get him inside. Blocked by Gottfried. Blocked shot. But the Tigers will remain possession. Wyman into Wyman. Wyman will shoot off the mark. Payne with the rebound. Back to Whitehead with 50 seconds left in the period. Into Hensley.
Nice rebound by Colt Payne again.
Gottfried from free throw lane. Makes it. 51-35, 40 seconds to go. The press back on. Lockwood with the ball, and stolen by Hensley, knocked away into Whitehead. Whitehead, no-look pass to Hensley. Good, and 2 and 1. The bucket counts, and Hensley will go to the line for a 3-point play.
I wonder how many of these points Hensley had were assists from Grant Whitehead. It seems like we've seen that a lot tonight. Whitehead with the drive dishing to Hensley. Hensley's up and in.
Sure does a great job of seeing the floor and getting it to his teammates.
It's Hensley's 14th point of the evening.
Kind of fitting that Hensley kind of started that scrum with knocking away the ball on the press and then ends up with the bucket. So reward, 3 points, Hensley. Nice hustle there. Oh, Godfrey will tip it back up.
Hands.
Quick, almost got a quick pass back in there to Hensley. No look pass again by Whitehead. Hensley off the backboard, strong move. Cowboys score again off the pass break. And the steal in the press.
The Whitehead to Hensley connection, Coach.
Yes it is.
Started by Godfrey's quick hands.
Oh, there's a reach-in foul by Buttry to stop the run there. It's a 56-35 lead for the Cowboys with 18 seconds to go in the third period. Cowboys really putting it on with the press. And Griswold will get the ball out of the press. He'll get it in. And shot by Johnson from three-point land. Can't make it. Godfrey with the rebound. Quick pass by Whitehead to Hensley again off the backboard. No. Bucket doesn't count, but the foul does. And Hensley will go back to the line. I'll tell you something else we haven't added. Coach Buttry's done a great job of moving guys around, getting them in, getting them out. I think doing a great job with the substitutions today.
And that's Hensley's 18th point.
Michael will knock that one down. He'll shoot his second shot. Money again. Hensley's hitting from the free throw line consistently. And the press is back on. They'll break the press. They'll get it up the court with 2 seconds left, and Johnson will shoot. No good. In and out.
Great third quarter by the Cowboys. Really extended that lead. That they had that small lead at half, and now it's clipped to what, Coach? My math is right. Looks like it's about 23 points.
3 points, correct. 58-35 is your score.
And after the third period, Godfrey leads the Cowboys with 20 points, but right behind he's Michael Hensley with 19. So the two sophomores putting the bucket in the hoop.
They are, and you got Grant Whitehead with about 13, 14 assists right there.
We're not keeping track of him, but I know he's got a lot.
Wow.
And a lot of them went right to Michael Hensley.
Right, and Godfrey gets another block in that period as well. Cowboys are kind of on fire right now.
Yeah, they set the tone early in that quarter, and it just continued. What a big quarter for the Cowboys.
Yes, it is. Well, once again, it's 58-35 in the start of the fourth period here shortly. Cowboys looking the part. They're looking the part. Both the Cowboys and the Cowgirls, I want to mention this real quick. Cowboys and Cowgirls both will travel to Fremont Mills on Thursday, I believe it is. They go to the Fremont Mills and play basketball. Or is that Friday? I'm sorry, it's Friday they go to Fremont Mills.
Looks like that's Friday, Coach.
Yep, the Friday they go to Fremont Mills and play basketball. Boys, girls, varsity, and JV both all will travel up the road to Fremont Mills and play on Friday night.
As we start the fourth period for the Cowboys, it's Whitehead, it's Godfrey, Peters, Xavier Hyde's in the game, and Andreas Buttry as Taylor McPhail. And Michael Hensley will get a breather.
Whitehead at the top of the key, over to Hyde. Hyde looking to go inside with it. Nice move by Peters to get inside. A little bit under the hoop, but bodies his way back in there.
Good job by Nick Peters not to go up initially. Defense got off their feet. He let it land and went up uncontested.
No press this time by the Cowboys. They call off the press. Wyman into Kennedy. Kennedy will shoot. It's off the mark. Rebounded Godfrey. Whitehead will dribble drive. Kick it. Nope. Thought he was going to take a shot. No
Good
look pass to Buttry in the corner for three. In and out. Peters with the rebound. Muscles himself back up there. Peters playing really well inside.
Same
Coach.
situation. He gets the rebound. He head fakes up. Gets the defense off their feet. No chance of a block. He just goes up and easy two for Nick Peters.
Doing a great job inside there with the ball. Back on offense is the Tigers. Inside to Kennedy. Kennedy will go around Peters that time for two.
And it's been a long time, Coach. The Sidney defense is playing clamped down. I believe that's only the 6th point that the Griswold Tigers have in the second half.
Is that right? Wow. Great defense by the Cowboys. Great transition points by the Cowboys. And they'll start with the ball again here. Godfrey will have it inside. He'll go inside with it and try to get it off the glass. Can't get the fall. And off the hands of Godfrey. Goes in Possession favor of Griswold.
Hogan Hook coming back in the game for the Tigers. At 11, Aiden Kennedy will take a break.
Wyman will bring it up the court for the Tigers. He'll kick it over to Cook. Cook to Brownlee. Brownlee inside to Hook. Hook back to Cook, and Cook misses the three-point shot. Rebounded Hyde. Over to Whitehead. Whitehead to Brownlee on the corner. Buttrey looking to get it inside to Godfrey, who didn't have a shot inside. Took a shot from the outside edge. Not going to fall. Griswold will bring the ball up the court. Godfrey with another block. And that time we'll get a foul call.
I think that's going against Andreas Buttrey. His first.
On 5, they call that his second foul, Coach.
Oh, that's 2 on Buttrey.
Yeah.
My mistake.
So the sophomore will get his second foul and send Hook to the line to shoot 2 shots. He'll miss the first one.
And that's the team's 5th foul on the Cowboys.
Score 62-37 with 5 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the 4th period. Cowboys kind of has stretched the lead a little bit. 62-38. Godfrey will inbound to Whitehead.
Hook picks up his first points of the evening, Coach, that free throw. He's given him a lot of good minutes, though.
Yes.
Played a lot of basketball this evening for the Griswold Tigers.
Over to Hyde. Hyde looking inside to Godfrey. Godfrey looking inside to Peters. But nothing really open. Back to the top of the key for Whitehead. Reset the offense. Screen, pick, and a nice open shot for Whitehead off of the screen from Godfrey.
Grant says, you know what, I've produced points for all the rest of you. I'm going to take this on my own.
Go. Wyman will bring the ball up the court to Cook. Cook back inside to Kennedy. Kennedy for a shot off the mark. No good. Hyde with the rebound.
Good hustle by Xavier Hyde.
It was a hustle rebound. He gets it back into Buttrey, and Buttrey is fouled.
Fouled by Wyman. That's Wyman's first. The team's 4th. So Cowboys are setting with 5 fouls. Griswold setting with 4 with 5 minutes left in the game.
Whitehead met at midcourt by Cook. He'll stop, pick it up, and throw it to Hyde. Hyde will get inside to Godfrey, and Godfrey with a nice pass into Peters. Peters back to Hyde, not there. Back to Godfrey at the three-point line. Back to Hyde at the three-point line. He'll dribble drive. Nice move inside. Couldn't get it to fall, but Peters there with the rebound up and couldn't get to fall. Peters again with another rebound up. Nope. Kicks it back out to Godfrey. Shot from three-point line. Good.
They called that one a 2, Coach.
Called from three-point
line. From three-point line.
Yeah, free throw line. Excuse me. I said three-point line. It was a free throw line.
They are letting them play. There was a lot of contact
yes, it was.
on everybody, and the referees just let it all go, which is okay.
And there's a 2-point bucket for the Tigers. Have to forgive me. I didn't catch
Cook,
who shot
I believe
that.
That was Cook, Coach.
Cook. Okay. Whitehead will be met again by Cook at the halfway, the midcourt. Buttrey to Godfrey. Godfrey will put up a runner, but no good. Bounces out. Wyman will bring it up the court now.
And it looks like the next dead ball, the Cowboys are going to make a wholesale change. Looks like 5 new guys coming into the basketball game at the next dead ball.
Into Kennedy. Kennedy will turn and shoot at the free-throw line, and he'll hit his jumper.
That gives him 9 points on the evening for Aiden Kennedy.
Once again, Grant Whitehead will bring the ball up, sophomore between the legs. A little screen from Godfrey. Oh, I think he was thinking no-look pass to Peters, and they weren't on the same page on that one.
Nope. In the game comes Hensley, McPhail, Colt Payne. First time in the game is Hayden Thompson, number 32. Sophomore, and Kellen Rose.
Crowd favorite, Kellen Rose.
Kellen Rose, who usually is, you know what,
he's
not usually, but he does
voice.
our job,
yeah.
and he's the voice of the Cowgirls and Cowboys. And for those of you who have listened to him, he's got a bright future in this broadcasting business.
And he can hit a three-pointer every now and then, too.
Yeah, oh no, he's going to play basketball tonight,
but definitely.
He's made his mark here behind this microphone and
does a good job. Great young man.
He does a really good job compared to the two guys they got going
Yeah,
tonight.
that's for sure. That's for sure. They might give him a raise when they hear us,
they probably
right?
should.
And Kellen will have the ball. He'll bring it up the court. As he looks for a place to go with it, he'll feed it to McPhail. McPhail will get it into Hensley. Hensley in the lane. Nice feeder pass into Payne. Payne off the glass, can't get it to go, but will fight for the rebound. We've got a jump ball scenario, but the possession arrow will go to Griswold. So Griswold with mass subs too. Nolan Smith will bring the ball up the court. He'll get it to 20. Connor Bowers. Bowers over to 15. Braden Lockwood. Lockwood to number 12. Dorsher. Dorsher will dribble the lane and take a shot. He's going to draw a foul. Looks like the foul is on 11, Michael Hensley, and he'll have his third.
That's Hensley's
foul.
third, and that's the team's sixth. We've got two more Cowboys at the table ready to check in, but since they're shooting two, it'll be after the first shot.
And in comes the subs.
Into the game is Aiden Stenzel, a freshman, and Andreas Butcher back in the game as Hensley and McPhail check out. I'm going to say, Coach, that's probably the last of the starters you're going to see in the final 252, depending unless someone gets hurt or foul trouble.
Would assume that as well. It's 66-43.
Dorsher makes the second free throw.
Like Coach said, there's 2:45 left in the third period, or fourth period at this time. Smith will bring it up the court for the Tigers. And travel call. Double dribble, excuse me. Colt Payne will inbound to Kellen Rose. Kellen will bring the ball up the court. Dribble drive penetration, kind of got called for a travel, but kind of felt like it got knocked out of his hands more than the travel call, but that's not the way they see it. And once again, that's why they get paid the big bucks and we don't. Bowers will inbound.
Sorry, Coach, left you hanging a little bit, trying to do a little math for me, trying to get some scores. So as this thing winds down, I can inform.
Colt Payne with the steal. He'll dribble drive for himself off the backboard. No good. Gets his own rebound back up and draws the foul.
He's going to go at the line. Good hustle by Colt Payne.
Love the energy he brings. Love it. Somebody has hit the aggressive switch for Colt Payne, and he's on fire with that. Goes up hard. And now he'll go to the free throw line to be rewarded for his efforts, and he'll hit the first one.
Colt, his first points of the evening, has played a whale of a game.
Really has. For not having any points, he's sure been in there.
There's his second.
Bunch, but it's both free throws.
Well deserved.
Yes, absolutely.
He's earned those.
Absolutely, he's earned them. Lockwood will give it to Dorsher. Dorsher over to Bowers. Bowers throws it inside to Hook. Hook to Turner. Turner will shoot. No good. Rebound. Rebounded Thompson. Thompson dribbling up the court. Gets the ball to Buttrey. Buttrey into Stenzel. Stenzel will shoot. Draw the foul.
Good aggressive drive by Aiden Stenzel. Got the baseline, took it, picked up the foul. We'll go at the line and shoot two.
So 12 will go to the line and shoot two. Aiden Stenzel at the line. First one in and out. 68-43. .43.
Stenzel a little long on both those.
Yes. 68-43 with 1:40 to go in the game.
Both teams at 6 fouls, so the next foul on the floor will result in free throws.
Little mad scramble for the ball, going to belong to the Cowboys. Thompson will inbound.
We've got 1:29 left in the contest, Coach. Kind of tough for you to see the clock.
It is right now, very much so. Thank you. Thompson will bring it in. Stenzel will take a drive. Oh, he goes up hard. No foul call, though. Payne once again with another rebound and jump ball scenario. Possession arrow belongs to the Cowboys, so they'll get another shot at an inbound play here. Kellen Rose will inbound it.
That's two really strong drives by Aiden Stenzel, Coach, taking it to the basket.
Nowhere to really, yes, it was. Nowhere to really go. That does get to Payne, and Payne goes up and blocked on the shot by Hook. A minute 12 to go. 68-43 is the score. Lockwood will bring it up the court. Overthrows. Buttrey will end up with the ball. Buttrey will drive it down the court to Thompson. Thompson will, in transition, try to keep control of the ball. Almost loses it. Gets it to Stenzel. Stenzel off the backboard and good.
Aiden Stenzel on the score sheet.
70-43. Cowboys lead. 50 seconds to go in the game.
Good job by Hayden Thompson as he was spinning through the lane to find Stenzel on that.
Yes, and a good job by Stenzel putting it off the glass and putting it in the hoop as well.
Stenzel just a freshman.
And foul call. 34 seconds left in the game. Cowboys in control, 70-43. Looks like they're going to get out of here with another corner conference victory tonight. In the meantime, Lockwood will shoot 3 throws.
And he'll hit it.
He'll hit his first one.
You know, quite the second half performance by the Cowboys, Coach. After a really highly contested first half, the Cowboys really took control and ran away with this one. Early in the third quarter, never looked back.
They really did. They really did. They played a great second half, and they ended the first half in a bang, too, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So that was big. It's good.
As Lockwood hits both free throws.
Rose will bring it up the court. A little fancy dribbling to get in there. Tries to go through the lane, but loses possession of the ball. And 22 seconds left. Cowboys 70-45.
Shot clock is off. For the
Shot clock is off, yeah. Griswold will have another opportunity here to lessen the score. They'll kick it inside to Hook. Hook will dribble, drive. No good. Got one block. He got one block by Colt Payne, and then the second time Hook gets his rebound, goes back up and draws a foul and an and one.
Way to stay with it by Hogan Hook, and
Hook will shoot a.
Payne picks up his second with 7 seconds left in the game.
Hook will shoot a free throw for a 3-point play. He's off the mark on that one. Oh, we got a
violation. Ball didn't hit rim.
Violation ball did not hit rim. So this will go back to possession of the Cowboys with 6.7 seconds left. Coach Buttrey says, just hold on to the ball, boys.
Kind of like victory formation of football, taking a knee. It's the basketball version, just going to dribble out the clock, and Cowboys will take that victory. Coach, I'll let you talk a little bit. I'll read some final scoring.
You bet. Well, 70-47 is your final. The Cowboys victorious tonight. Great game played. Great game. Great first half especially. It was a tight one in the first half, and Braden Godfrey hit a big three-pointer at the end of the half to kind of blow the game open, and then the Cowboys came out and flexed their muscle the second half and cruised to victory 70-47. And Coach, you got some stats to share with us?
Yeah, tonight the Cowboys were led by Braden Godfrey with 22 points. Michael Hensley with 18. I had him at 19. I was one off earlier. Coach, he finished the game with 18. Nick Peters pitched in 12 of his own and, spent most first half on the bench. That's a good game by Nick once he was able to stay on the floor. A lot of baskets inside. Then we had Grant Whitehead with 5, Colt Payne with 2, Xavier Hyde with 2, Aiden Stenzel with 1, and Taylor McPhail chipped in 6 of his own but played tremendous defense, quick hands in there, and really forced the action.
Yeah. Just saw something that unfortunately not everybody got to see on camera here. Got to see the little kids over here, the little guys come over here, and Braden Godfrey came over to the bench to head to the locker room. And the little guys, I wish we could have caught it on camera, but we did not. The little guys did a great job of kind of saying, "Hey, Godfrey, you're a stud tonight. Thank you for that," and enjoyed it. That was kind of fun. He kind of just had a moment with the kids, and that was cool. So we're going to get Coach Buttrey up here sooner than later and talk a little bit about. Let him do a little interview with us here.
Yeah, we'll let him go into the locker room and address his team first, and we'll.
Did you have some stats on the girls' game? Did you have anything on that you wanted to share?
Well, I
real quick,
I can sure go flip this page over, Coach, and I'll read that as people are waiting
with the pep band. Playing stuff. We want folks at home to be able to hear the pep band. So we let that pep band go. So, Coach, you didn't really get to do your report on the girls. If you still have that, we'll give you some leaders.
Ava Osborne led the Cowgirls tonight with 16 points, a really strong game from the sophomore. The way she drove the lane, she was looking to score, and she's not afraid to drive. Remember what she said? She went right, she went left. She was just forcing things to happen. Caden Payne finished with 8, unofficially 8, but she had those 5 blocks. And we said that you mentioned Avery Dowling. making it happen all over the floor as far as her assists, her rebounds, especially on the rebounding. And she had 6, 8, 9 points. Avery finished with 9. Emily Hutt, 2, 4, 6, 9 points for Emily Hutt. Lauren Inman, 2 points. Gabby Jacobs, 1. Camden Hayes, 1. 2 freshmen right there. Macy Graham, sophomore, with 1. I think I mentioned Annika Hayes had 5. And that rounds out the scoring, Coach. Again, well-balanced scoring from the young ladies, just like the boys.
Right.
As I read through the boys, we had 22 and 18 respectively, and 12 from the top 3 scores for the gentlemen. So Cowboys take a sweep tonight over the Griswold Tigers.
Yes, they did. So, like I said, both big wins for the Cowboys and the Cowgirls today. It's a good day to be a Sidney Cowboy or Cowgirl. Anytime you can pull off a double win in the Corner Conference, it's always a good day. But here shortly we will have Coach Buttry up here. He's down in the locker room right now talking to his team, I'm sure, which we obviously want to allow him time to get all that done, and we'll get him up here shortly. But if you had to give, Coach, if you had to give up an offensive MVP, if you had to give an offensive MVP for the boys' game, who do you think you'd give it to?
We know Godfrey led us some points, but I really liked the way Michael Hensley hustled, Coach. And well, it's hard not to say Grant Whitehead. It just him all those. And as we wait for Coach Buttry, as I look down over the mezzanine, we've got Ava Osborne.
Yeah.
I think we ought to talk to Ava.
You bet. Hang on, I'm gonna give Ava the headset, and you can have it.
Ava, thanks for joining us. You did it. Hey, tell you what, I had you down unofficially for about 16 points. I could be wrong. What'd you have yourself at, or what did somebody tell you?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think you had 16. And you've led the Cowgirls in scoring at different points in season and time. What we were impressed with tonight is the way you just took charge and you were really unfazed. You were looking for your drives. What was working for you? What were you seeing?
When I drove, I tried to look for the passes and stuff, and if they weren't there, I just kind of took it to the basket.
Yeah. And you did a very good job taking it to the basket. And not only that, are you ambidextrous?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, well, it looked like it. We mentioned that. You know, right or left, you couldn't tell the difference. Now, me, I can't even eat left-handed. And you were driving right, driving left, so that was a tremendous job. I know that Coach Smith was really stressing before the game for the girls to focus on offensive rebounds. What did she talk about that at halftime or pregame, or what were some of the keys to tonight's game?
I think we just needed transition points. A lot of that is key to games. And I think our press really worked on holding them back, and our defense was really good tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was an all-around great performance, and the scoring was pretty balanced. We had you down for 16 leading the team, and then Caden Payne throwing in 8 of her own, and Emily throwing in 9. So it was a well-balanced scoring from the girls, but you did lead them tonight, and we were really impressed with how you played the game and the way you just took charge even as a sophomore. At times the only sophomore on the floor with all those seniors. How's that, having surrounded by 4 seniors and then more seniors off the bench? So, you know, being the lone sophomore out there, what's that like being your first-year starter and having all that experience?
I think we don't have a lot of chemistry because I went to Hamburg. I never really played basketball with them, but I think we're building it, and I think it shows in our games.
Yeah, and it definitely showed tonight. So, Ava, thank you for joining us. You had a great game, and congratulations.
Thank you.
High five, Ava. Good job. That a girl. Great game. Hey, guess what? We got our next special guest with us.
Yeah, Coach Buttry made his way up the stairs.
Winning coach of the basketball game tonight. We'll give him the mic here. Hold on.
Coach Buttry, first of all, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Always nice to end the night on the right end of the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, as we mentioned, it's the 3rd time you've played these guys, and the first 2 times went your way and on the scoreboard relatively easy. But I tell you what, Griswold came out early and really, you know, they didn't shy away. They didn't back down and put some pressure on us. And, you know, you had that early timeout, and then we responded. It was a game of runs in the first half.
Yeah, we came out, I thought, a little bit flat and just gave them some things defensively that we shouldn't have, and then didn't finish some shots that, you know, normally we would finish. On the positive side of that, our kids came out and responded every time we had to and made a run when we needed to.
Absolutely. You must have some magic touch at timeouts. It seemed like every time we called a timeout, you guys came out and went on a run, and then at halftime, you know, I think a 3 or 4 point game at halftime, you come out and then really blow this thing wide open the second half. What things happened differently in the second half other than maybe the shots just went down for you?
Yeah, I mean, we shot the ball a little better. When we played last time, Corner Conference Tournament, it was a pretty similar story. I think we had a 4-point lead at half, and then just kind of kept that consistent pressure. the difference in the second half was we finished off of that pressure. So we got all the way to the basket. We made some layups, and I think that just kind of wore them down and gave us the advantage there.
Yeah, the first half, when you needed that spark, your press was relentless there. Midway through that second quarter, you got yourself back in the basketball game with all kinds of steals. And in the second half, like you said, things just started rolling, and you fed off each other's energy. A lot of good performances that we had unofficially. Godfrey with maybe about 22 points and Hensley with 18. But Grant Whitehead really facilitated a lot of that. He did a great job of finding Hensley underneath the basket, and then Michael finished.
Yep, and I think they probably wanted to take away his 3-point shots because he didn't get a whole lot of good looks in there. But like you said, he kind of runs the show for us and finds those guys in transition and gets us out and moving. And then Michael and Braden did a great job of finishing. Braden kind of shot some of those mid-range shots that we've been preaching to all our guys. That's a shot that we want to take in a game.
And in there you said transition. I know I talked to you before the game, and you said, hey, that was one of the focal points you really wanted to focus on tonight was getting out in transition and finishing things in transition. And how did that go for you? Were the results kind of what you were looking for, or is that still a work in progress?
Yeah, first half, credit to Griswold. They got back really well, and we've been stressing cutting down on our turnovers. So there's several times where we kind of made that decision to slow it down and run that half-court offense in the first half. And then I think in the second half, again, kind of that consistent pressure opened a few more things up in terms of getting out and running, and those guys finished well.
Well, you got this one tonight, and we look ahead to Friday night. You play Fremont Mills, and we mentioned a couple times during this game how young your team is. As far as there was times you had four sophomores and a senior on the floor, and maybe then you even went 5 sophomores there for a while in the varsity action. So obviously, your first year coach, and not your first year coaching, but your first year head coach, and you got such a young team. It's been a work in progress. It's been fun to watch this team grow. What do you see from that young group?
Yeah, so I kind of told them since Christmas break we can't consider ourselves young anymore. You've all played a half a season of varsity basketball, and really we've come out pretty well since Christmas break. Tonight's win gives us 4 out of the last 5. Had some momentum getting that win over Stanton, and now we've got a chance. This game with Stanton, we really preached all week, like right the wrong of losing those 2 close ones, and we've got the same story with FM. They beat us in a close one, and obviously they played really well, but we did some things that we think we can clean up and hopefully keep this thing rolling a little bit and get 5 out of 6, and then move into a busy week next week.
Absolutely, and we mentioned throughout the game, and I should have mentioned you, so first of all, congratulations on that win over Stanton, because they were a couple tight games that they got the better end of us in the first 2 times, and the third time in that corner conference tournament when it mattered for the trophy, you had your boys ready to go, and they played awful well. So you're right, we come back and hopefully get on the right side of Fremont Mills and finish off this kind of a not quite stretch run yet, but we're getting a little closer at the end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of our final third of the season. So having some momentum going into that is nice, and again, lots of things to work on after tonight, but another step forward, responding when maybe things didn't go real well those first 2 minutes of the game, and then answering with a run whenever we needed to.
Starting to show a little maturity, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Growing up quick.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for calling it.
Well, there you heard winning comments from the winning coach. Sidney Cowboys victorious tonight. And so were the Cowgirls. Good night of basketball.
Yeah, it was a good night of basketball. You know what? We had the pep band.
We did.
We had the pep band. We had youth basketball
kids.
going on between the games.
The only thing wrong was you had 2 wrestlers trying to call basketball game.
That was probably the only negative of the
home.
evening was the commentators, but we made it through it. And thank you for those at home who tuned in, and thank you for the sponsors.
Bet.
We don't have a list of the sponsors,
Wish
but without
we
the
did.
people that donated the money and the means for this to happen throughout the season, whether it's volleyball, football, on through the winter sports and the wrestling, if it wasn't for the sponsors at home, wouldn't be possible. So thank you for those people and those businesses. We appreciate it. And Coach Thompson, I think it's time to sign off and go get something to eat.
It is time for that, for sure. Would like to say thanks to everybody and good night, and we'll see you again.
Kellen, we're not going to take your job anytime soon. I'll tell you what, buddy.
You can have it. You guys good on everything?